You ain't gotta say a word, just walk that, let's get burned. Then we'll roll up 100 fucking nuts. All up in my mouth, now I'm all up in yo. This nigga got pounds of it, all up in his truck. Now we both look Asian, he waving and I'm drunk. I got dank shit in my cup, you know what I'ma do to you. I could give reviews to you, blow, we X, and we sipping on that juice. That's just what she choose to do.
You Paula Fiasco.
Hey, Century.
There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love around me, baby. I'll never forget my baby. When I feel that I don't belong, draw my strength from the words when you said, hey, it's about you, baby. Look deeper inside you, baby. Dream about us together again. What I want us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again, 'cause everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me. Good time for share again. Makes me wanna dance. See you loud and proud. All my love's for you. Always been a true angel to me. Now above, I can wait for you to wrap your wings around me, baby. Wrap them around me, baby. Sometimes hear whispering on my pain. No worries, will you ever see my baby? So happy for my baby. Dream about us together again. What I want us together again, baby. I know we'll be together again, 'cause everywhere I go, every smile I see, I know you are there, smiling back at me, dancing in moonlight. I know you are free, 'cause I can see your star shining down on me.
at 5 in the morning. I wake up to 5 for my earnings. The fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I try to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I try to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to pick me up. Tell you what I need. Right, yeah, I really need time now. I need to free mind now. I really need mine now. I need to free my mind now. I really need time now. I need to free mind now. I really need mine now, yeah. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me a love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way where you cannot see. Man with this system, he cannot breathe. I need to find relief. But behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have troubled me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need. I really need my dog. I need to free my dog. I really need time now. I need to free my mind now. I really need time now. I need to free my dog. I really need time now. Oh, yeah. Just let me free, freer than the open mind, farther than the eyes can handle, freer than the ocean now. Yeah, yeah. So set me free. Now I need to find relief. Set me to the open sky. Now I need to free my mind. Yeah.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me that the bossed up and not changed again. It's my big bronze boogie, got all them girls shook. My big fat ass got all them boys cooked. Some dollar bills, now we popping rubber bands. Bruno sang to me while I do my money dance like, yeah. Flexing on the gram like, yeah. Hit the little John, okay. Oh yeah, we doing the investigation.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing? Oh, wait a minute. Where is my? Oh, there it is. How y'all? Hey, Sonya. Hey, Miss Lynn. Let's see who else we got in the building. Hey, Heathen. Hey, Positive. Mm, I thought that's it in the chat. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me, honey. When y'all don't speak back, I be wondering what's going on. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Excuse my yawning. I'm not sleeping. I don't know why I just started yawning all of a sudden. I don't know. Somebody put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. You know what? Hold on. Okay, thank you, Sonya. I always forget I can go on my device and hear myself. But by the time I figure it out, somebody be done said something. All right, y'all, we're gonna hop right into it, okay? Because I'm late because I was Trey's live over there had me in the chokehold. I was in the chokehold with the body cam stuff, and yeah, that stuff be crazy. And then I mistakenly deleted my live. Miss Lynn, I apologize. You had put all of those links in my previous live, and I mistakenly deleted that live, so I had to hurry up and create another one. So, but here we are. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. So listen, y'all, a lot has happened. A lot has happened over the last couple of days with this Carmelo Anthony case, honey. And I got a feeling that um I don't know, I just got a feeling a lot has happened and a lot is going to happen and come out and things of that nature with this case for some reason. I don't know. I just feel that way. I guess because and see the thing about cases like this, you have to try your best, and I mean try your best to distinguish what's real and what's fake because it be a lot of fake shit out there, y'all. And as a content creator, it's hard, you know. Sometimes we fuck up and entertain the fake shit. I try not to. I try my best not to. But we're gonna start off, okay, this episode, which is definitely gonna be a continuation because I got a whole playlist. Even though I've been away for the last couple of days, I have been trying to keep up as much as I could, and I got a playlist. So y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen. All right, make sure you double tap the screen to like the live and feel free to support the channel. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all that. Link is pinned at the bottom. So listen, we're gonna start off with some interviews, okay? Because with the gag order, okay, because while this whole thing was going on, there has been a gag order, which is probably a good thing because had it not been a gag order for some people, it would have been this would have been a whole mess a long time ago. But now that the gag order is lifted, people are talking. I mean, people are talking. People are talking and talking and talking and talking, and a lot of talking has revealed some things. It has revealed to us the true character of some people. We're gonna get into it. But the first interview we're gonna get into, and I know y'all seen this stuff. I did, Miss Lynn. I did. I did. I did. Thank you so much, honey. Yep, I'm gonna go now. hmm I am on go, Miss Lynn, until I ain't, you know? So listen, we're gonna get started. So the first interview that we're gonna react to, and I'm pretty sure how is my stuff? I'm having to push it 2 and 3 times. I know I probably was jacking up my music because I was pushing on and it wasn't show on my end for some reason. But anywho, and y'all listen, I'm gonna share out. I'm gonna try my best to remember to share out each and every video that I react to, so y'all can go and support the channels. Okay. Um, this is Judge John Roach. Okay. Judge John Roach. He is the judge that presided over this case. And he is even talking. My God, today. I really need some jurors to talk. I think so too. I really like it. You know, I really like that playlist I got for this channel. I picked those songs and I really like them. I I wish some of the, but you know what? I got a feeling that none of the jurors would ever come out. Not redneck. Whoop. Not it. Honestly, if I was a jury, a jury, one of the jurors on this case, and had voted the way I voted and gave this young man this time and da da da, I probably wouldn't make myself known either. I would be shocked and surprised if one of those jurors come out and say something. I would be shocked and surprised. But nonetheless, Judge Roach said, yeah, you don't know now. And he talking. And I could tell by his demeanor. And there's some things gonna come out later on down this playlist about old Judge Roach. But let's get into it. Let's see what he got to say. Remind y'all now, these videos go back to 2 or 3 days ago from when I I last did a live on this. So yeah, I want to say this interview came out maybe the day after the verdict. I'm not for sure, but we're gonna listen. Hold on. All right, y'all, let's get into it. All right, let's listen. I think I set it up. Yeah. If y'all have any questions or anything, put them in the chat for me. I try my best to answer.
Your name and how you spell it.
My name is John Roach, JOHN
Now, I know the answers to that. I know the answer to that question, but I got to ask it for the record.
100%.
You've been on the bench for some time.
Yep, I've been on the bench for about 20 years.
20 years, and this is the end.
And then 6 months will be in the end.
I will say this though, off the rip, and y'all gonna hear it for yourselves when they get into it. But I must say, I don't. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Miss Lynn, absolutely. I am not shocked, nor am I surprised that John Roach is on his way out the door. He will soon be retiring, and I don't think that's a coincidence. Could be me just overthinking. But the fact that John Roach, after this case, is on his way out the door, retiring and things of that sort, I don't think that's a coincidence. But yeah, we're gonna stay tuned.
Did you want to take on this trial?
I wanted the Collin County Judiciary to take on this trial. It was important to me to have somebody from Collin County preside over this Collin County case. So I didn't ask for it. No one. That's not how it works anyway. Yeah. I didn't ask for it, but I was certainly willing to do it because that was my duty.
In your conversations with, I guess it's an administrative judge who goes, I know they go down the list and they say, all right, it's your turn, it's your turn. As they go through all the conflicts of judges that may potential conflicts, when they come and say, John, this may be yours, your first reaction is?
I'll take it. Every time. I think it's my job. It's my duty. That's what I was elected to do. Yeah. That's the oath that I took. And I'm going to do my job.
No consultation with your family? Or
None.
No. Nope. And where does that come from?
I don't know. I think it's just duty. I think duty, whether that's duty in the Marine Corps or just duty to my family and stuff, I take duty really seriously. And I took this job to perform that duty. And if that's what I had to do, that's what I have to do.
He comes across as a Marine to me. I'm not shocked that he was a Marine. Yeah.
Did you fully at the time grasp the enormity of that decision and the outside stuff?
I don't know. I think in some ways I did. I think in other ways I didn't. I certainly knew it was very, very important case within our community. I didn't think I realized the enormity of the social media and the media during the trial.
How long have you been prepping for this trial?
I've been prepping for this trial with the department, with the Collin County system, with the sheriff's office and everybody for about 8 months.
Is that the longest you've ever had to prep?
100%.
Why?
Logistics. One of the critical pieces of this case where we had minors who were testifying. Prior to me getting the case, we had some of those witnesses doxxed and swatted and revealed on social media. I didn't want that to add to the already traumatic event they've been through. And I didn't want them to change their testimony or be uncooperative with people trying to call as witness out of fear. And so my number one duty at that point in time getting the case was to how do we protect those minors who are critical to this case to come and testify.
I'm sure you've already read and know that one of your fellow judges has already been doxxed and swatted and all the things.
I did know that.
And still no reluctance from wanting to take it on.
None.
Yeah. The decision to not have cameras or any kind of streaming, was that an easy one?
Yes, it was an easy decision. And I'll tell you why. My primary goal.
Now, my opinion, my like I said, y'all probably done heard a lot of content or whatever, reactions, content, commentary, whatever, concerning this particular interview and others, because I'm like 3 days late. Yeah. So basically I'm just gonna give my opinion on it and keep it pushing. Now, the decision to keep the cameras out of the courtroom, he say is because of the minors and protecting the minors. Now, it's several reasons why I call bullshit. And the media, even this guy right here who's interviewing him, had a problem with the fact that he didn't allow cameras, because the media, they be wanting the cameras in the courtroom so they can stream and this and that and the third. They are the media, and they be want to report. They be want to bring those streams from inside the courtroom, right? So his whole thing is he didn't allow the cameras because of the minors. Now let me say this. Let me tell you why I kind of see that as bullshit. For one, hey Melissa, for one, those kids' names were mentioned in open court, right? And even though there were not any cameras inside the courtroom, there was media, there was friends and families, there were friends and families on the Metcalf side and the Anthony side. Basically, what I'm saying is there were people inside that courtroom, even people that weren't associated with the case, that was just in there reporting, who heard those children's names, right? He said he was concerned about them being dogs, blah, blah, blah. Now, the couple of content creators that I listened to use their initials. Maybe they use their initials in court. I don't know. But I don't know, Melissa. I got some emails, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't see no emails from you in the last couple of days. No, I don't have an email. The last email I got from you was on the 12th. Wait, yeah, you sent something on the 12th. Oh, I'm just not seeing them though. Some of these things you sent me I already got, but I'll go through them and make sure I got them all. Yeah, it was on the 12th. I seen you. Yeah, I thank you, because those are some of the ones that I came across when I got back on social media. So, thank you, Melissa. So, yeah, what I was saying about the cameras in the courtroom, yeah. So, we have watched cases, right? And we watched a lot of cases over here, a lot of trials, I mean. We have watched a lot of trials over here where there's cameras in the courtroom, right? And we're streaming the trial, right? But some witnesses, now this has happened a lot of times. Some witnesses, they don't show. Like they will have the camera in there. Some witnesses don't want their face to be shown. So what the people do that we watch, which is usually court TV or law and crime. Hey, Candy Corn, thank you, sweetheart. How you doing? They would have the camera pointed towards the wall, the ceiling, other places in the courtroom other than the witness. So what I'm basically saying is this. They could have had cameras in that courtroom and kept those witnesses anonymous, just like they've done in a million other cases, a million other trials. My honest opinion, and then because people are coming out here saying that what happened in that courtroom is not what's being reported. Like some things are being left out, some things are being, manipulated and stuff like that. I don't think the world is ever going to be comfortable believing everything, or I don't think the people are going to be okay with not being able to be inside that courtroom to hear everything that went and see everything that went on. It's always going to be some kind of doubt over that because it wasn't shown. And to me, honestly, keeping those witnesses anonymous is not a good enough reason for him not to allow cameras in the courtroom. Because there's ways you can do that by not showing them. Oh, okay. I'm happy to hear that, Candy. Happy to hear that. So yeah, but we're gonna listen to him talk about it and why he chose to do it.
In any case, is to make sure that the defendant
Wanted to take it off.
not
Yeah. The decision to not have cameras or any kind of streaming, was that an easy one?
Yes, it was an easy decision, and I'll tell you why. My primary goal in any case is to make sure that the defendant and the prosecution gets a fair trial, period. I have seen from other cases around the country where cameras in the courtroom changed the way that the judge acted, the lawyers acted, some of the witnesses acted, and we were not going to have that here. We were going to really isolate.
Why this particular case, being as though it was a high profile case, because I'm pretty sure I would love to know how many of his trials that he didn't allow cameras in the courtroom. I just wonder how many trials have taken place in his courtroom that he did not have cameras in to protect what? To make sure. If that's the case, if you feel that way, sir, Mr. Roach, that means if you feel like cameras in the courtroom wouldn't have guaranteed a fair trial, then that means you shouldn't have cameras in the courtroom for no trials. That's my thing. If you saying you kept the cameras out because you wanted Carmelo to receive a fair trial, then that means your other defendants didn't receive a fair trial if you had cameras in the courtroom. You got to make it make sense.
Like the purpose for which we were here for, which is to have that fair trial, and cameras in the courtroom did not enter into that equation at all.
How much grief did you get from people around you about that decision?
I don't know. I don't listen to it. I just flat don't listen to what's going on the outside. I do what I think is right.
Right here, I want y'all to remember that he said he don't listen to outside noise. He don't listen to the media. He don't go on social media. He don't pay attention to that. But he actually gonna slip up at the end, like they all do when they say they don't watch. He gonna slip up. But I want y'all to remember he said he don't listen to the outside noise. He don't listen to the media and this, that, and the third.
No matter what decision that is. And I sleep well at night knowing if I follow the law, then everything works out like it's supposed to. And so these outside influences, all the noise from the outside, I really isolated myself from that in this case and in all cases, and just do my job the best I can following the law.
How do you think we're talking with the attorneys, other attorneys outside of this. How do you think they describe you?
Strict, no nonsense, fair, and that to me is the most important part. I know for a fact when I make a decision here, people are unhappy. What I hope is when they walk out the door that they think they got a fair trial, or fair hearing, or fair something. And if they do that, no matter what they think about me personally, then I've succeeded.
And you're okay with any of those characterizations?
Carmelo parents walked out the courtroom and said he did not receive a fair trial, and we didn't get to see it, so we don't know who's telling the truth, you or them.
I think they're fair.
Yeah. I hate to have to ask about stuff that emerges on social media, but I have to ask it. And I know you don't know any of it because you're not on social media.
I'm on it. I mean, I'm an elected official, so I have a Facebook page and stuff. Do I look at it? Do I monitor it? Do I let it impact me? None. Not at all.
So I have to ask.
You don't watch it, you don't monitor it. Okay.
Do you have a personal relationship with the Metcalfs?
I would know Mr. Metcalf prior to this trial if he walked up to me and said hello. I don't know the Metcalfs. I sympathize with them.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Even though I got to say something, that picture that I show on my channel and it was shown elsewhere, they say that picture is not a representation of, because see, we didn't know what this judge looked like before now. I think that picture was manipulated as far as who might have been in the picture, in the photo. But I think I got a video that's going to talk about that. So we're going to clear that up. I really want to know whose bright idea it was to have a trial there. Well, to me, honestly, them having the trial there is probably going to be part of his appeal. Well, I think his appeal is out there, the page, but I don't know if it goes in depth as to what what his grounds is for appeal. But to me, honestly, I don't know how strong of an argument it is the fact that they didn't change the venue. That's one thing that I said from the very beginning should have been done. Like, there's no way he was going to receive a fair trial in Collin County at all. So, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be part of the appeal process or no. We'll find out.
The Metcalfs and what they've been through and all, but I don't know them personally. Never have.
So these AI images emerging of you and them at a party or drinking together, all
Never
of that.
happened. And that's the problem with social media.
That image was not AI. It was real. It's just, I don't think he was in it. Or maybe he was in it. I don't know. Do I still have it? Hold on. Let me see if I still have it up here. And this thing will not let me go down. StreamYard tripping. That's all right. I'll find it and bring it up on later on live. But yeah.
Yeah, and you can't tell what's true and what's not true. I will tell you, I got some reports of some things that were coming out of this courtroom, and I wondered to myself, were they even in the same courtroom that I was? It's that bad, and I think that's tragic, because I think really if you just listen.
So if he's not watching social media, he's not watching the media, how did he get whiff of some of the things that were being said about what was going on in the courtroom? Does anybody tell me that maybe he got somebody that watches social media for him and come back and tell him what's out there? Which to me is the same difference of you watching. So if somebody's coming back telling you everything that's being said on social media, you might as well watch it. But right here, he says he got some whiff. He got a. Let me let y'all hear him say it. Mm-hmm.
I don't know the Metcalfs. I sympathize with the Metcalfs and what they've been through and all, but I don't know them personally. Never have. So
these AI images emerging of you and them at a party or drinking together, all
Never
of that.
happened. And that's the problem with social media, isn't it? You can't tell what's true and what's not true. I will tell you, I got some reports of some things that were coming out of this courtroom, and I wondered to myself, were they even in the same courtroom that I was? It's that bad.
Yeah, whiff of some things that were being said that was going on in the courtroom. So either you watching or somebody telling you, because you couldn't have got whiff of it if you wasn't watching it or somebody didn't bring it back to you. So you saying you're not concerned about social media and what's being said on it? That's not true. That can't be true.
And I think that's tragic, because I think really if you just listen to the case based upon the facts, you'd understand it so much better.
Do you think it reinforced your decision to not have cameras or streaming inside this?
Sort of. I will tell you this. Sometimes I think maybe I should have at least the audio streamed or something so people could hear it. But at the end of the day, I don't think, no matter what, people are going to just.
You should have. You could. That's another thing. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Well, actually, I did. I said, you could have not shown the witnesses' faces. You could have had audio of this trial, so people would be able to listen and judge for themselves what was done in that courtroom. Because there's a lot of people that's saying that what went on in that courtroom. I don't know.
To not have cameras or streaming inside this?
Sort of. I will tell you this. Sometimes I think maybe I should have at least the audio streamed or something so people could hear it. But at the end of the day, I don't think, no matter what, people are going to distort whatever happens or whatever they hear into their own agenda. And
if you had cameras in that courtroom and people was able to hear and see what was going on in there could be no distortion. I mean, some people may interpret things differently or whatever, but that no. You saying that even if we saw with our own eyes and heard with our own ears what went on in that courtroom, it wouldn't have been able to be manipulated. I don't think. He sure does, Melissa. He does.
So what's the point? And again, that noise affects people. It affects the fairness of the trial, the safety of the witnesses, the safety of the jury. And those are my primary concerns, not what social media says. It's not my duty.
That means that every case that you've presided over, Judge, we should be able to find live coverage If you felt that way about this case, you should feel that way about all your cases. I'm just saying.
It's my job to feed social media or the media stuff. I certainly understand the role that media plays in a case like this, but I'm not here to feed it. And I took that very, very seriously.
But Judge, when people don't have access to the trial or the courtroom.
Now, this is the newsman letting us know and letting him know that he even think there should have been cameras in the courtroom.
A case like this, but I'm not here to feed it. And I took that very, very seriously.
But Judge, when people don't have access to the trial or the courtroom, doesn't it invite speculation?
Sort of, but I got 70 seats in my courtroom, and I had 200 requests by the media to sit in the courtroom. So let's say if I just entertain the press, and I have nobody from the public watching what's going on in their county. And so I had to do a balance between the media's right to know and to be able to report what's going on, because I think that's extraordinarily important. I think it's important that the general public had access to the courtroom and to see what was going on. And so I tried to balance all those things with the primary, again, purpose.
Well, if you felt like the general public should have had access, then you might as well have streamed it. See, you got to make all this make sense. It's the wordplay for me. He didn't allow cameras to cover up their narrative because they did not plan on giving that young man a fair trial. I agree. If you feel like the general public has the right to know, why not stream it? You allow seats for the media to come in, who's part of the general public. I mean, it does not make sense. What the reasons why he's saying that he kept those cameras out, he's contradicting them. To me, the stenographer should have the information unless she was told.
Having a fair trial, and I think I struck that balance pretty well.
But the media's right to know is the public's right to know, is the public's access. We are the extension of that public.
I think somebody from the public who wanted to come watch a trial.
Thank you, newsman. That's what I just said. Thank you, newsman.
That balance pretty well.
But the media's right to know is the public's right to know, is the public's access. We are the extension of that public.
I think somebody from the public who wanted to come watch a trial and know that they were excluded from the trial because all the media was there. I beg to differ.
Do you think there was a possibility for a learning experience? I mean, people do not know about how trial works. Do you think that this may have been an opportunity for people to know how it truly works, and that kind of erases some of the negative notions of court and trial?
I'm doing this interview with you to make sure that people understand how the system works, and if they really wanted to, and I mean this seriously, if they wanted to, they could have stood in line with everybody else, and had the 27 to 32 public seats that we had in this courtroom that we rotated every day. And so, was that important to them? They could have made it in here.
How did you plan for some of the outside noise?
Well, we were certainly playing with the Sheriff's Office and the McKinney Police Department and the Allen Police Department and the Frisco Police Department. So those were talks that we were having 8 months before the trial to ensure the safety of the people out in the parking lots. They certainly had a right to demonstrate and all, and I think we struck a very, very good balance, allow them to do that, at the same time maintaining safety of everybody involved.
Did it affect your day-to-day decisions?
Actually, I didn't. I came in from a different entrance from the courthouse. I didn't come in through the front. I couldn't hear any noise at all from my office. The jurors were not facing the parking lot, so they didn't see anything or hear anything. And I think we did a marvelous job in isolating them and having them concentrate just on what was going on in this courtroom, which was my instruction from the very, very beginning.
What made this trial different?
I think it started off bad. And it started off bad with the doxing and the swatting of the judge and the parties, the witnesses, and all that stuff. So I think it started off bad, and I'm going to attribute that to social media. And I think social media got it wrong. And it is what it is. I think that's something we have to live with.
Let me listen to that again. Because, see, hold on.
Very, very beginning.
What made this trial different?
I think it started off bad. And it started off bad with the doxing and the swatting of the judge and the parties, the witnesses, and all that stuff. So I think it started off bad, and I'm going to attribute that to social media. And I think social media got it wrong. And it is what it is. I think that's something we have.
If this man is saying a lot of lies were told, a lot of doxing, well, that was way back with the other judge. Ain't nobody I ain't gonna say nobody dox your age, because that makes seem like they got some shit, but we're gonna get into that too. But what I'm saying is this: if you want what's going on in that courtroom, if everything that went on in that courtroom was on the up and up, and you know you run your courtroom a certain type of way, and you think the public has the right to know, and you think the people have a right to know this and the third, Why not allow the cameras in the courtroom? See, this man is not making sense to me. And he's saying the reason why he chose not to have cameras in the courtroom is because of what went on with, before the case even started, which I get. But if you want the truth out there, and the truth is the truth, and ain't nobody trying to change it, what you got to hide? What do you have to hide? And my thing is this, like I said, and I'm going to say it again. If you feel like having cameras in the courtroom is a danger to the jury, to the judge, to the witnesses, and this, and the third, that means there should be no cases that you presided over that has been live streamed. And I'm not even going to take the time to research that, but I can pretty much guarantee that's not the case. But you got to come up with these lies and these, these excuses as to why you didn't televise that trial. Like, it's so many things about this trial that screams something just ain't right. The quickness of it all, how quickly the defense wasn't defended. I mean, this is a lot, and we're gonna talk about it all because it all gonna be talked about in all these clips, well, all these videos and stuff that I have. So I ain't gonna go too much into it right now, but I wanted to play his interview first, just to listen to his reasoning and his rationing behind what he did in that courtroom. Mm-hmm.
To live with these days, but I think it's my responsibility and other judges' responsibility to make sure, no matter what's going on in social media, that someone can walk in a courthouse and get a fair trial.
Did it make it very different when you realized a lot of your witnesses are young witnesses?
No, look, I've been doing this for 20 years. A lot of the witnesses come in all shapes and sizes and colors and all that, and so that was normal for me. What wasn't normal for me is to have those witnesses be intimidated by things being said on social media, because those young people rely on social media more than I certainly.
Who was intimidated? Now, I ain't heard nothing about no. If anything, my opinion is y'all didn't want them to be influenced. Y'all didn't want them to have outside influence because y'all needed a tight rein on these kids, which is why we don't see no. Y'all had that tight rein, which is why we ain't seen no videos from these little young folks' phones and shit of that nature. Because we all know what young people do when there's a kerfuffle, when there's an argument, when there's we got action, all of that. We all know they go to pulling out devices. All of them, their devices was already out. I don't understand that. Maybe you'll type again. I don't even understand what the hell you just typed. But yeah, so I don't think that you I think the reason why you wanted to keep those young people under wraps, the same reason why you placed that gag order and everything else you did as far as those young people, because y'all didn't want them to be influenced by anybody other than y'all. Because just like Nika and Neek, shout out to her, Nika at Night, shout out to her, stated, and she was inside the courtroom every day. She even stated that the witnesses, aka the teenagers, they sounded coached. And I do believe they were coached. Would ever be, and I wasn't in there, but I do believe they were coached. Just my opinion.
I do. And so that sure impacted me to make sure that they did not change their testimony. They were willing to come in and tell the truth.
Did not change their testimony. Wow. Do you do that with all your cases? do you do that with all your cases? Are you this protective over witnesses and things of that nature with all your cases? I'm just curious, because John Roach is really acting like a roach now. I like, baby, what is so special about this case? What is so special about this case that you took all these precautions and things of that nature? Like, I'm just curious. So they didn't change their testimony. Sometimes we get out and we go to talking. That's why it ain't always good to do interviews. Because when people go to talking, they tell on themselves. It be their subconscious. They don't even be meaning to do it. They just do it. What outside influences were gonna change them people's stuff? Cause see, the truth don't change. The truth don't change. So who on the outside was gonna convince these teenagers to lie in court? They don't have parents. I don't know.
because those young people rely on social media more than I certainly do. And so that sure impacted me to make sure that they did not change their testimony. They were willing to come in and tell the truth without fear of being doxxed or swatted and stuff. And so I took every precaution that I could, consistent with the law, to make that happen.
Them being in that courtroom, them being in that courtroom allows for them to be doxxed or whatever. Because it's still people from the outside that were in that courtroom that could easily come out here and say who they are. If that was the case, you wouldn't have had no media in that period. You're not making sense, sir. Is that 1 and 1 is not equaling 2. It's equaling yellow at this point. It was still people from the public, the same public that would have been watching this, if it was streamed, that was in there, saw those young people and know who they are and could have easily, make it make sense.
I know Steve brought it up to you, and I know both sides probably brought it up as well. The AI images of people claiming to be inside this courtroom.
Yeah, that ticked me off a little bit, because if you're going to call yourself the press, then and people are going to depend on you to tell them what's going on in this courtroom, you should be telling the truth. And so Mr. Stoller, my public information officer, brought it to my attention that some news outlets were posting photos saying from inside the courtroom. And it wasn't my courtroom. It wasn't the witness. It wasn't their testimony. And that's tragic, because, again, that just breeds the narrative that these people want to cultivate in our community to drive a wedge between us. And I think that's terrible.
Since we're on the topic of image, can we talk about some of the drawings of
Sure,
you during the sketch artist? What do you think? What do you think?
My wife would show me a drawing every once in a while of a court case going on. I couldn't figure out who the judge was. And it's all serious. The sketch artist was awesome. She was very sweet. She was here every day, putting her life's work into those images. Because we didn't have cameras in the courtroom, that's the only visual that anybody got. She did a marvelous job. I think I'm more handsome than what she portrayed overall, but I'll let everybody else figure that out.
He seems like a narcissist to me. I even know what a narcissist is now. Because when you hear people talk, sometimes you can tell, and I hate to put that on everybody, but he honestly seems like one to me, but that's just my opinion.
Jury get it right?
Yeah, they did. You know why? Because they were picked based upon the law. They listened to the facts.
Say, did the jury get it right? And you know damn well, you look like a roast, by the way. Did the jury get it right? He said, yeah, absolutely they got it right. Mm-hmm.
Overall, but I'll let everybody else figure that out.
Did the jury get it right?
Yeah, they did. You know why? Because they were picked based upon the law. They listened to the facts. It happened here in this very courtroom, and they got a verdict. And so that's the process. And whatever they say, they get it right.
There's going to be a lot of scrutiny over voir dire, and you denied the defense, and the dismissing of 3 jurors who at least identified as African American on their bio forms.
I'm back, y'all. It dropped for some. Hey, Queen. It dropped for some reason. I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's probably my internet. I don't know. I might have to go in there and reboot it, but we're gonna try it again and see. If it drops again, I'll go reboot my. I'll reboot my internet. All right, let's listen.
Didn't dismiss them.
I'm sorry, the defense raised an objection.
They raised an objection. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have raised an objection.
Not the defense, and the dismissing of 3 jurors who at least identified as African American on their bioforms. What did you make of that moment?
Well, that's not exactly how it works. The defense didn't dismiss them.
I'm sorry, the defense raised an objection.
They raised an objection.
Yeah.
They have raised an objection. Like I
Sonia said, so if you think they got it right, so in the beginning you thought he was guilty. Is that what you're saying? Could that be the reason why you wouldn't allow cameras in the courtroom?
told you before, as long as I follow the law, I sleep well at night. And I'm telling you, I follow the law in that case. Did I know what the perception was going to be? Sure. I knew in the back of my mind what the perception was going to be. But I'm not here to satisfy perceptions. I'm not here to satisfy agendas. I'm not here to do any of those things. I'm here to follow the law. And I did it to a T. And I'm proud of that. Very proud of that.
Is this your last big trial?
It's my last big trial. The sad part about it is, I will tell you before I leave at the end of the year, I'll try a couple more murder cases, for example. The parking lot won't be full. The gallery won't be full. We still have somebody who's died and someone accused of doing the killing. And it won't draw the attention that this case did. And their death is no less tragic than the tragic death of the young man in this case. And so, big trial, I guess, from an outsider's perspective, and the social media and the media interest in the case. But crime still happens in Collin County, and every single person deserves to have as fair of a trial that Carmelo Anthony had.
What's your take on Carmelo Anthony?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You've had a lot of defendants in your courtroom.
I've had a lot of defendants in my courtroom, and I talked to Mr. Anthony a couple of times because I'm legally required to go over some things with him. He seems like a nice young man who committed a crime, and he understands today more than any day before today the consequences of committing a crime like he did.
Last question.
Yes, sir.
The future of the justice system. What do you think about it when you realize you have all these social media influencers and citizen journalists?
I don't know. I hope that the judges that hear cases, period. I was about to say high-profile cases, but that's not it. It's just any case. Realizes the importance of their job, and their job is to be fair to the state and to the defendant, and to protect the people that come before them and make just and right decisions based upon the law. And we can do that. That's great. The influence of social media, I think, is going to continue to impact our communities everywhere. And I hope that we can rely upon our justice system to weed through the noise and find justice for everybody who comes through our doors.
This is a personal question I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
But do you understand why the legitimate media had to be a pain in your ass?
Legitimate media. There's this guy named Jobin who I think.
He said the legitimate media, which means he feel like social media is not legitimate, just only the news stations. And the news stations can be assholes, they can be biased, they lie. We caught them in a couple of lies, so don't do that. Don't try to legitimate. Damn, I can't even get the word out. Y'all know what I mean. He's trying to say, like the news outlets, they're legitimate, and social media, like maybe the YouTubers that were there, the other people that was there was not legitimate. Boy, bye. Y'all All right, y'all. I've been watching all the. Oh, okay. Let me cut me off of the other device. Hold on. Let me bring it back up. I rebooted. Hopefully that'll help. Oh, let's see. Mhm. What y'all think about this judge? Y'all tell me that right quick. What y'all think about he? Well, I don't know. Let's find the time stamp. We'll start right here. We was almost at the end.
We can rely upon our justice system to weed through the noise and find justice for everybody who comes through our doors.
This is a personal question I wanted to ask you.
Sure.
Do you understand why the legitimate media had to be a pain in your ass?
Legitimate media. There's this guy named Jobin who I think was probably not the worst of all of them. And no, I didn't.
Yeah, girl.
Look, I absolutely understand the media's role in all this. I mean, it's the First Amendment for a reason. It is absolutely the First Amendment for a reason. But at the same time, a defendant has a right to a fair trial, and the prosecution has a right to a fair trial. That's also in the Constitution. And so you just have to balance all those interests. And I'll honestly say, I think I balanced it well. And I know I made people mad, but I'm not here to make them happy either. I hope that the Metcalfs think that their son got a fair trial in this courtroom, as do I hope that the Anthony family thinks their son got a fair trial in this courtroom. I certainly think he did.
Did you feel the pressure of the other courts not being able to operate too?
So, of course, they're independent elected officials. They can operate if they want to.
Yeah, and some of them have.
They have.
Virtually.
They have. We were trying to cut down on the sheriff's duty of transporting back and forth and stuff. And so I asked them if they could modify the way they are operating in court. They could go to Zoom like we did for a long time. They could, pick days that we weren't here, like on that first Tuesday. But it's up to them. It helped a lot that they cooperated. And by the way, that's one of the messages that I don't think I've been saying enough is what we did here was a well-oiled machine. I've never seen a case.
Do you want that on the record?
Sure.
Okay. You were on.
Okay. The case that we tried here in Collin County was a well-oiled machine. I mean, Collin County, it should be the model for high-profile cases from here on out. And that's because we started.
Bullshit. Narcissist. Boy, bye.
Months ago, and I met with anybody from facilities to IT to the audiovisual people to the sheriff's office. We constantly came together and met to make sure that Collin County was going to be a focus for a minute, and we wanted to make sure that everybody understood that, number one, don't come around and mess with Collin County, and because we're here for a job. That job is to make sure that everybody gets a fair trial and everybody's safe, and we wanted to go seamlessly. And one thing that does worry me a little bit is people go, "Oh, this was a 5-day case with evidence. A 5-day case. It must have been cut and dry." I don't know if that's true or not. It was 5
days. Yeah, cut and dry. Our evidence wasn't presented according to Dominique for one, and we're gonna talk about him too. But the dude Dominique said they paid for experts and they paid for witnesses that wasn't called to the stand and things of that nature. Like, y'all know what it's a lot of things about this case that make it go, right? And I thought about it too, unless I missed it, and I could have. So y'all let me know. I think it's odd that, okay, so basically most of the witnesses that the prosecution, I can't even say it. Listen, most witnesses that the state put up, and the three witnesses that the defense put up, they were all students. Like, did the Metcalf parents testify? I know Carmelo parents didn't, other than the mama, who after they convicted her son of murder, she got up there and pled for mercy. In the words, I think Trey and some other people I listened to, they didn't humanize Carmelo. But did the Metcalf family even come up there? Because, see, I got a feeling that certain witnesses didn't hit the stand because of cross-examination. I really do. But then I don't know, because it seemed like even in cross-examination, the defense wasn't doing his job. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of weird stuff about this case.
5 days because I wasn't wasting anybody's time. Our community needed to heal quickly. They needed this case over one way or another, but the case had to be fair first. But we accomplished that. But it was a gargantuan effort by every single person involved in Collin County and outside Collin County. And so we're very, very proud of our county, all of our employees, all of our elected officials, all of our judges, everybody in getting this case tried quickly because our community needed it to heal.
Thank you, Judge, for talking with us.
Sure.
Carmelo Anthony sentenced to 35 years. The fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a track meet last April. Good-looking kid.
That was the end of that. Okay, now we get into this clip from, this is Austin Metcalf's dad and one of many interviews that he has done. Oh yeah, Ms. Lynn. Yeah, this is a news station, Newsmax. So this is one of the many interviews he has done. So let's listen to this. Okay.
That we lost, and his father, Jeff Metcalf, joins us now. And sir, thanks for coming on. We do appreciate it. I know what this must be like for you. I want to just start by asking you, after the sentencing and after everything you've seen, are you satisfied with how this has resulted?
No.
35 not enough?
It's never about the number.
Yeah.
The whole thing, satisfaction would be for me to watch Austin walk through my door and hug me. So I don't wish harm on anyone. I actually feel sorry for Carmelo Anthony because I know I can't.
I just want to say this. You let a person keep talking and they just keep talking and they just keep talking. Now, what I want y'all to do is remember this guy's demeanor. I don't know if many agree with me, but I when I look at this man, even the mama, even Hunter for that fact, and rest in peace to Austin. Okay, these people, I don't know what it is about them, but when I look at them, I see hate. No, I have not heard anything from the defense. Wait a minute, did I see something? No, I don't think that guy, I think his name is Wolf or something. I don't think I've seen anything. If anybody sees anything of him speaking, y'all can send it to me, but I hadn't seen anything. But, and I know when you lose a family member, especially to violence, as I have, the first instinct is to hate and you be angry. See, I can truly understand this man hurt and his anger. Hate not necessarily because I don't hate. I don't think I hate any. Well, I thought I hated old boy, that did what he did to my son, but I don't even think I hate him. But it's just like it exudes out of these people, and I understand. Like I said, I understand that they are angry. I understand the anger now. I do understand the anger. I ain't gonna lie, but it's just something about them that to me, honestly, it exceeds far beyond that. And I understand that they anger and hurt. But let's just listen to him. Let's listen.
I can't imagine. I've never been to prison, so but I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But unfortunately, we live in a society where your actions have consequences. And as a Christian person, people question me about my forgiveness.
I wonder if he feel that way about his son's actions. He said, and I'm in no way saying that Austin deserved to die. I have been saying that from day one. I do not believe that young man deserved to die, nor should he have died. But I also have to say that I don't believe Carmelo Anthony tried to kill him. That's neither here nor there right now because Carmelo's decision, his actions, and what he did caused this young man to be unalive. And I don't think he deserved to die. But y'all know I'm all about accountability all around the board, right? And I just feel like if he feels like your actions, let's listen to what he said. And I just wonder if that pertains to his son as well, as far as going up to that young man playing authority when he didn't have any authority. But let's listen to what he said.
On anyone. I actually feel sorry for Carmelo Anthony because I know I can't imagine. I've never been to prison, so but I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. But unfortunately, we live in a society where your actions have consequences, and you know, as a Christian person, people question me about my forgiveness so quickly. I had to explain that to them.
I know it is some hateful Christians out here. That's what really behooves me about this family and this guy, especially after I saw the interview that he did that we're gonna get into. He's a Christian. He's been saying that from day one. He's a whole Christian, and he says he forgive Carmelo. He's been saying that since day one. But he's a hateful, like Christians like him is the reason why people don't even claim Christianity anymore. I never deny mine. I don't give a damn. Even in the midst of me cussing with it, I don't give a damn. I'm not, but it's just some people that come out here and the first thing they say is they Christians, and then they go to behave like this dude behaved. You know what I'm saying? To me, honestly, Carmelo parents show more of being a Christian than he did. If any man among you seems to be religious and right not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, man. So, amen, Miss Lynn. Amen. Because this man said something. He said something. And I know y'all probably not seen it, but we're going to get to it. That man said some. He said some hateful things, honey. No, you don't feel anything good about this, father. You are black and you are racist. You are. Yeah. Okay, so you said, no, you don't feel anything good about this, father. I feel empathy. I do. That's about it. You are black. I am. And you are racist. Maybe. I don't think so, but that's your opinion. You are your typical black woman and proud to be that. Now, good day. Now, with that being said, let's listen, y'all.
Everyone, the forgiveness was for me, so I wouldn't carry the rage and the hate. It doesn't
But you are
excuse.
carrying it. So did you really forgive Mr. Metcalf? Because you still carrying hate and rage. We saw it come out when you did a live. We're going to watch it together. What you displayed in that live that you did, sir, displays rage and hate. So did you truly forgive? Sometimes when people come out and they be upset with other people, they be hateful or angry towards, because Metcalf, this guy right here, he's not only displayed anger or hate or rage towards Carmelo, he's declared amongst the entire black. And if y'all seen that live, you'll know what I'm talking about. He got that for us black people all around the board, not just the person that unalived his son. Well, we don't hate around here, so I'm gonna have to let you go. We don't do hate.
People question me about my forgiveness so quickly. I had to explain that to everyone. The forgiveness was for me.
I think you saying you forgave that young man was just words. I think you said that for a reason. You had your reasons for saying it, but I don't believe you. I don't, because see, you said forgiveness is for you to let go of the hate and the rape, but you still have it. So did you truly forgive? Did you truly forgive?
As a Christian person, people question me about my forgiveness so quickly. I had to explain that to everyone. The forgiveness was for me, so I wouldn't carry the rage and the hate. It doesn't excuse his actions. It's not that it's okay. It's not okay. But it's unfortunate you chose the decision to take my son's life. But you do have to answer for that.
What do you think this young man whose parents are so forcefully defending him, saying that he was simply defending himself, which is outrageous when you look at the actual testimony in the case. What do you think he was trying to do that day?
Well, this is the big question I have. If you're claiming self,
I don't understand why, and this got to be Fox News. Is it Fox News? I don't think so. But for Jeff right there, you know, you got Jeff on the left and no, I think Jeff is the dad's name. But you got Billy Bob on basically you got these two nuts up here, and he, the newscaster, claim he don't understand why this young man's parents got his back. He don't understand why Carmelo's parents believe him, and why they defended him, and why they standing up for him. You said they shouldn't be based on the facts of the case. Well, the facts of the case are suspect, or what y'all presented is suspect. Why wouldn't they, as parents, have their son back? Right or wrong? My God, today it's crazy.
If I was being accused of something and I was claiming self-defense, I would want to get on the stand and tell my story. I would want to explain exactly.
And that's another thing. Now, I don't know if Carmelo decided, the parents decided, whoever decided that Carmelo didn't hit that stand. I think it's I don't know. I wish some kind of way it would come out who made that ultimate decision for that young man not to get on that stand. Because to me, honestly, if there was any chance of him beating this, it would have been for him to hit the stand, unless it was something in his background that we don't know about that they could have brought out that could have hurt him. But other than that, I don't understand it. I, to this day, do not understand. And I was the one in the beginning saying, y'all, I believe he gonna take the stand. I wholeheartedly felt that. But baby, when he did, that was weird to me. Exactly, Sonya, with his abusive ass.
What was in my mind, what I was thinking, and why I reacted in the way I did. He chose not to. That says a lot. Maybe it was on the advice of attorneys. I don't know, but we'll never know the answer because he was never asked the question of why. Now, I'm not going to throw his parents under the bus. Their character can speak for themselves. They can conduct themselves in however they choose to. I understand it's their son, but you need to teach your son about accountability.
Well, I think you should do the same. You should teach yourself about accountability. But with that being said, I want y'all to remember that this man said, now this was what, maybe the day or the day after, whatever the verdict was read. He said he is not going to throw the parents up under the bus. This is what he said. I want y'all to remember that.
His parents under the bus. Their character can speak for themselves. They can conduct themselves in however they choose to. I understand it's their son, but you need to teach your son about accountability.
Yeah.
And they're deflecting.
Yeah.
Take accountability. First of all, you've never said
deflecting because they're saying that their son acted in self-defense because that's what they believe. What? How are they deflecting? I mean, how are they deflecting? What are they like? What are they doing to deflect? They saying their son acted in self-defense. That's what they believe, and they're defending their son. What are you talking about, sir? I think you a slight alcoholic too. I do. I think in that live you did, you was on that whiskey. But we gonna watch it. I do believe you was on that whiskey, sir. I think you're an alcoholic. And maybe, you do a little, you engage with the sauce because of what's happened to you or what happened to your son, and you're grieving. I know you're still grieving. I know all too well that you're still grieving. But I can't sit up here and say that I feel like you taking your anger out on everybody is right, because I fight that demon every day. I fight the demon of not taking my anger that I have for one person out on everybody that I come in contact with or that I talk to. And if I feel myself geared towards that, I retreat. I become reclusive. I don't do that. I try not to. But yeah.
The boy never, ever showed remorse. Never apologized. The Anthony.
How do you know? How did he not, Mr. Metcalf? For you to say that is crazy, because Carmelo cried. Does anybody else remember the facts of the case other than me? when he got down from those bleachers and ran towards the coaches and things of that sort, and the coach told him that he might die, didn't he go to cry? Is crying not an emotion? Is crying not showing remorse? I'm a little confused. He even showed emotion and remorse in the courtroom. True enough, it was after they read guilty and you going to jail for 35 years. He showed emotions and shit then. But let's go back to the day it happened. He showed regret, remorse, and things of that nature. So what are you talking about? It be the lies for me, y'all. It be the lies, and it be people thinking that, people can't listen and hear things for themselves. And you just should be able to get on the interview and say whatever the fuck you want, even when you lying. Like, honestly.
Accountability.
Yeah.
And they're deflecting.
Yeah.
Take accountability. First of all, you never said, the boy never, ever showed remorse. Never apologized. The Anthony family decided to kick me out of a press.
How? Yeah, you mad about getting kicked out that press conference, but how was he gonna apologize when there was a gag order? He couldn't reach out to y'all as a family. That would have been against his probation or parole. Or no, he was out on bond. That would have been against that. How was he gonna apologize to y'all? For one, there was a gag order. For two, he was under strict orders not to contact y'all. So how was he gonna apologize? And now you want to talk about being kicked out the press conference. Let's listen to that.
Ever showed remorse. Never apologized. The Anthony family decided to kick me out of a press conference instead of, I was there to show the world we could come together. This is not a race issue.
No.
You're full of shit. And let me tell you why you showed up at that press conference, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. You're a narcissist. You felt entitled, same way your sons felt entitled. You felt like you had a right to be there, and just because you wanted to be there, you was going to be there no matter what, and couldn't nobody tell you otherwise. Because you didn't walk in that press conference and you didn't address the Anthonys. You stood there with your shades on, standing like you was Mr. Big or some damn body. And like, to me, honestly, you went there to make a statement, but peace and love wasn't one of them. Like I said, you ain't even address them people. You didn't address them. You didn't say, I come in peace. You didn't say, I know, you just didn't. You just came in there, you stood up because you felt like your presence there was what you wanted, and you came in like the big bag bully. Period. Them people did not show up. All these interviews that you, your wife, even Hunter did in the beginning, them folks was nowhere in sight. They didn't do that to y'all. You walked in like the big bad bully. You walked in and you stood up over them people just like Austin did Carmelo. That's my opinion.
But what they do, they chose that path. They never said, the boy never, ever showed remorse. Never apologized. The Anthony family decided to kick me out of a press conference instead of, I was there to show the world we could come together. This is not a race issue.
No.
But what they do, they chose that path. I didn't choose it.
You guys are getting,
and that's the problem.
Yeah. You're getting threatened by supporters of the killer. I mean, what the hell is that? And what's your response to it?
Look.
Shit, he ain't no better than Carmelo felt. They got threatened. Carmelo's family got threatened. Them folks had to move. That man's still in here. I'm back, y'all. You said I don't know if they moved. I don't know if they moved 8 times, Danielle. I ain't heard about no 8 times, but I do know they had to move. I don't know if it was 8 times. But yeah, I mean, everybody was threatened. Hell, the judge that granted him bond was threatened. His family was threatened. Everybody was threatened. But even bringing that up, that's not Carmelo Anthony family didn't threaten you. Their supporters did. So how can you blame them from what they alleged supporters did? See, it's just ugh. It's just a lot.
Supporters of the killer. I mean, what the hell is that? And what's your response to it?
Look, you're all responsible for two things in your whole life. You only control two things. That's it. It's your attitude and your actions. Outside of this little circle, nothing. You control nothing. It's all noise. So if someone chooses to be that way, that's a reflection of their character. It has nothing to do with me. When I go to heaven, I feel that my faith and the way I have conducted myself.
Most people say if I go to heaven. I don't know. Some people may say when I go. That's okay.
To the best of my ability, I'm not perfect. No, I'm human. I have anger, rage, emotions, and at the end of the day, I feel like I will get into heaven and sit beside Austin, and then I will have understanding. But for people to lower themselves and show the moral decay of society, to take a dead child and make memes in derogatory terms just because you're trying to defend someone who murdered him, I don't understand the concept. Or what are you teaching our future children? Because I'm only going to be here probably maybe 20, 30 more years. Yeah. But I'm more concerned about the future of our children. Those are our leaders. Those are the people that they're going to carry on after I'm gone. What does that future look like? What are we teaching them?
Yeah. I can't fathom. I can tell you're a good dad. I can tell you raised good boys. I'm so sorry.
How can you tell that, though? How can you tell that? I'm curious. Where do you get that from? I'm just asking because there's some things that have come out about the Metcalf's life versus what has not come out about Carmelo Anthony's family that, got me saying, with the side eye, like, you could tell that this guy raised his kids and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm just gonna let the content speak for itself. Let's continue to listen.
Sorry for what happened, and I that doesn't even begin to cover it. But I appreciate you coming on and telling us your side of the story because it's just such a terrible story. And I see that picture of your boy, and he just looks like such a good kid. Lost way too soon.
I'm proud of both my boys. Yeah. I still have two sons. Yeah. Just one's upstairs and one's here. It's okay. They yeah. I can't speak to the bond of a twin because I'm not a twin, but I witnessed it and I saw it. And my boys were, the lies that were spread where under a gag order where I can't defend my dead son.
Hi, Miss Trudy. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. You mad about the gag order too? Well, I mean, the judge did that. I guess the judge did that. You could defend your son. You was defending your son in court. You don't have to defend your son. So, see, that's what people get it twisted. That's what people get it twisted. This whole defending people or loved ones in social media, on social media. Man, you could come out here and talk to you blue in the face and look like you back there. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I don't know why people think that they have to come out here and prove anything to social media. No matter what you say, sir, no matter what you say about your son, no matter how many times you come out here yelling and screaming, cursing, trying to belittle other people, that's not going to bring your son back, and that's not going to change people's minds about him if that's what they feel. I don't get it. You too old not to realize that. It be young people, I think, that be so invested in social media, but nowadays it's the older people too. They feel like you got something to prove to social media. You can't fight everybody that's coming out here speaking on your son. You can't do that, sir. You sat there and did what, a 2-hour live going clean in on people. Talking about EBT and watermelon and shit. Has that changed anybody's mind about your son? No. What it did was kind of prove to us where your son got his behavior from. That's what it did. Let's move on, because we got a lot to cover.
The mental health issues that cause me, the strain, the stress, physically, spiritually, mentally, it's been exhausting. And I'm just glad that at least the trial part now is over. It's done. Because I woke up every day with this dread and anxiety for 12, 14 months.
Yeah.
And today I woke up, I still miss my son. He's still not coming home. But at least I don't have to sit there and relive it in the courtroom. It was just to have the body cam footage and the video and the audio, and to hear my other son screaming, God, please, he's my best friend. He's my twin. God, help him. Someone help him.
Yeah.
No parent should ever have to feel this.
No.
And I don't care what color you are. I don't see color. God doesn't see color. Justice doesn't see color. Hate doesn't see color. Love doesn't see color. I just tell the world, if the world needs more kind people in it. And if you can't find one, be one.
Jeff, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight. God bless you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jeff. It's just so many things that I feel your pain. I know your pain. I do, but it's just certain stuff that you say don't add up to being that Christian that you are, because you said the world needs more kind people. A kind person, and I'm gonna just say this, and it may seem harsh, but it's how I feel. A kind person would have allowed Carmelo up under that tent and not try to bully him or force him from up under that tent, knowing the situation. I know about tent code and all this stuff y'all been talking about, opposite teams and going up each other's tents and all that stuff. Like honestly, to me, all of that should have went out the window when it was raining. That young man's school did not have a tent. He went up under, and we can go into the technicalities of he was called up under there or he knew somebody up under there. Bottom line, he was under there because it was raining. And a kind person who you say the world needs more of, if your son was a kind person, then he wouldn't have tried to force that young man from up under that tent. He was not doing anything to anybody. He was not bothering your son. He was not causing, he was sitting down talking to his friend, retreating from the rain. And a kind person would have known that, recognized that. That's all I'm saying. Since you say the world needs more kind people. That's all.
And your family.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so
everybody's reporting the same stories.
Maybe y'all eat some good. Yes, I love it. Thank you for the view. All right, let's move on. So next is we got Carmelo Anthony's parents on The Breakfast Club. On The Breakfast Club. Let's get into it.
Grilling, he makes the best hibachi.
Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all?
Y'all ain't gonna remind me to do this, but I'm gonna do it. It's okay. Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under section. I can't even see it because we're on the vertical avenue. It's so small. Let me look at it on my phone. Hold on. I can't even see it because we're on. Copyright disclaimer under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And this content is for entertainment purposes only. All right, so let's get into this Breakfast Club interview.
Well, good morning, both of you. Drew and Kayla, thank you so much for joining me this morning. How are you guys holding up?
I mean, right now we're in a
Yay!
we're in a nightmare. Doesn't feel real. We've been up all night crying, praying, waiting for family to come in. We have some family who has made it. We just right now lost words, waiting for him to give us a call as soon as possible.
So you haven't heard from him just yet?
We heard from him yesterday. He actually suffered from seizures, so we actually have to bring his medicine to the courthouse. So we're waiting for him to give us instruction to get there.
We know Carmelo from the courtroom, but tell us, who is he? What kind of person is he? What kind of son is he at home?
He is a wonderful son. He's a wonderful student.
3.7 GPA, worked 2 jobs.
I'm sorry, baby, for cutting you off. He was actually taking online classes during all of this and still held a great GPA going through this traumatic time.
He was a kid, if I didn't say it, he was a captain of a strike team, football team. He was working 2 jobs. He actually saved the kid's life. That the mom, he jumped in the pool, and saved the kid's life, which was amazing. I didn't know how great he was until this tragedy.
I want to add some things to that. At home, he loves cooking, whether it's in the kitchen, outside, grilling. He makes the best hibachi. He loves running routes and playing soccer with his younger brother, Kingston. He has a brother named Andrew. He's 12, and Andrew is into doing science experiments, and Carmelo loved helping him with science experiments. He loved putting Legos together with his girlfriend. He's just a lovable, sincere child.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the world, just going through this trial, got an accurate description of who Carmelo really is?
No, we've come to find out, which before all this, we were a family that basically stayed to ourselves. We were very close knitted. My wife's at home. She stays at home. I was working, and we didn't know how cruel the world could be. They have his face plastered all over after while he still was a minor. Mm-hmm. And it was everything was happening. We was getting threats. They doxed us. I was so clueless and so involved in work. I didn't even know what doxing was. They put our address online. And so we had people coming to our home. So we never had to leave in our home. Like they had us in some type of protective thing, whatever, to get us, to keep us safe with our other kids. The world right now, it sounds unbelievable, the things that he accomplished before this tragic accident. Like it will really mess you up. And as me being a father, I didn't realize, like him saving a life. I just, as a father, I got caught up in, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your expectation. Being a man, hey, that's what we do. We move on. Like him working, hey man, you're supposed to have a job. I was trying to, he was, how it is that young. They're like, but you're doing too much, man. You need to get a job, get a hobby. So he's working, but I kept him busy too. And this whole situation, the reality of this is that somebody literally walked in his life. Literally walked into his life. He did everything by the law, and look where we at.
I want to go back to that day, that track meet. Were you guys at the event, at that track meet on April 2nd?
No, we were not. I was actually supposed to go to the track meet, but the weather was so bad, I just stayed home. It's like, Mama, don't come, just stay home. Mm-hmm. And now, looking back on everything, I wish I was there. I regret not being there for my child.
Mm. When did you hear the news that there had been an incident that day?
I received an email saying that there was an incident. No phone call, no anything.
You know how
my instinct was to Because Carmelo, he's the type of child to let me know everything that's going on. And it wasn't like him to not call me and tell me what was going on. So when I...
Can y'all imagine this woman said that they sent her an email. That didn't nobody call her, I don't think, if I remember this correctly. I was listening but not listening when I saw this. Can you imagine, because of course Austin's parents should have received the call, which they did, because their son was the one, but do we not think they should have gotten a call? Or was it email? I mean, email, like, just listen to this, y'all. Listen to this.
My instinct was because Carmelo, he's the type of child to let me know everything that's going on. And it wasn't like him to not call me and tell me what was going on. So when I received the email, we have Life 360. So I went into Life 360. I'm like, wait, they said the buses made it back to the school, but Carmelo location is still stating that he's at the stadium. Like, what's going on? So I headed to the school, and that's how I found out what happened.
And how I found out, I was actually in a work meeting, and when she first called me, I thought it was because it was right after April Fools. I was like, oh, y'all playing this because he doesn't, this is not him. So I was on, oh, you playing? All right, whatever. But she was like, no, he was involved in the stabbing. So when we heard that, I didn't know what happened at the time. And they kept us from everything. Like they kept us, so we running around from place to place. And it was everything was just moving so fast that day. I never forget. It was just like everything. Then once we found out and he went to his bond hearing, the next day, somebody doxed us. I don't want to say her name, but a lady started making this, they try to blame it on one person, not making it about race, but you had this lady that went on to talk about white lives and all this other stuff, and now it went boom. The race card started about, that's how Jake Lang and all these other guys got involved in this. But at the end of the day, this was a kid situation that a lot of adults made it about their personal, how they really wanted to feel. This is the time they wanted to show them this is how we really feel about y'all. And they used my son, for example.
It sounds like you wish you had talked more, that you had said more, that you had got your story out more.
I call myself sometimes you could do the right thing, but it could be the wrong thing.
Did Carmelo want to get his story out more to the public as well?
He was trying to listen. He was trying to listen to what he was being advised. Hey, don't make it about race. Don't do this. Don't do this. So we was like, all right, we'll go again. We played the game they wanted. We did everything the law abiding citizen posted. They told us don't do this. We did everything we supposed to. And he wanted people, of course he wanted somebody. They got pictures of him being 17 with a dress on, saying he'll be raped in jail. Like all kinds of these adults are talking about this child, but nobody's seeing it. So we can't say anything. The other family, they go paint this lie that nobody still exposed, that he died in his brother's arms. And it was all
that's not true, because that is the narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. Why
in the hell? You know what? This makes me want to go back to the beginning, and I don't want to because it's too much happening in the here and now. But y'all know how I am about hindsight. Ms. Lynn said it's not hard to come into a chat and be respectful, even if you have a different of opinion, and if you can't find yourself able to do that, you will be blocked. Thank you, Ms. Lynn. Thank you, because that's true. You come in here, you can disagree with me, you can disagree with the chat. You can disagree with what the people are saying in the videos, but all that other extra stuff, ain't nobody. I don't entertain trolls, so y'all got the wrong chat. Y'all may want to move on to content creators that entertain trolls. I don't at all.
But the stuff was a lie. You heard about a bag. You never heard about a bag since trial. That's all brother arms, and it was all.
That's not true, because that is the narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. That the stuff was a lie. You heard about a bag. You never heard about a bag since trial. That's what I was telling people. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever. It's just now, it's like harder now. I got to fight to get the truth out. He basically had to get the book thrown at him, 35 years in this county that basically, I honestly feel as though that they manipulated us with a smile. They act as if they cared, but they didn't. When they went to jury selection, we seen all the people with the jury selection. I was like, baby, this is not right. But my wife is the type of person, I'm not gonna just say us. We're both the type we try to be positive. Hey, we're not gonna look at it. That's not what it is. That's not us. That's what it was.
So even when you noticed there were no black jurors, it gave you pause. It made you want to say something, but you were still going along with the process.
Yeah, I was going along with the process because you don't know. There's a lot of times when I hope this don't be controversial, but that's the first thing they do is they try to say we're emotional. We don't follow instructions, right? So we did everything that we was advised and told to do, and look what happened.
So who was they? You said that they told you. Who was they? Was it your defense attorney?
Yeah. So we were because by him being 18, so what they did was they kind of played everybody against everybody, if you could say. I'm not going to say they played us against each other, but it's almost they had him scared, like, hey, this, I'm a lawyer, this.
Yeah, once he became 18, see, this is the thing. That's how they played him. I can tell you exactly how they played him. When this all began, he was 17. Eventually, he turned 18, right? So once he turned 18, he was considered an adult, right? Hey, Tanya, good to see you, boo. So once he turned 18, he was considered an adult. And that's when they was able to basically speak to Carmelo and say, look, you're our client. You're grown now. If they wanted to speak to him without the parents, they could have done that. They could have told him, look, it's best we speak to you without your parents. They could have played that being 18 thing a million different ways. And I'm pretty sure they did.
So as me being a father, all right, you're the guy, I'm okay with playing my position, and I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Everybody kept saying, hey, to beat this. I even went to some black attorneys. They're like, oh, you need a white attorney to go out there to fight out there. Remember they were telling us that? They kept telling us that. So everybody,
an attorney that was going to defend your son, whether they be black, blue, yellow, white, silver, platinum. You just needed somebody to defend your. See, now it's all about whether or not you should have got a black attorney, because it seemed like the black attorneys didn't want to touch it, according to Dominique. So, even with saying having a black attorney, that wouldn't have guaranteed anything either. You know what I'm saying? You just needed an attorney that was willing to defend your son to the utmost, whether it be black, blue, brown, or gray. Period.
like, why y'all didn't? Everybody was telling us, okay. So then we get it. They basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot that wasn't.
And that's what Nigga Knight was saying too. And she was saying that, but I remember watching her one of the days she came and gave a live on what had happened that day. This was before the verdict and the sentencing. She made a statement that she felt like things were not being objected to and things of that nature. And she was like, well, maybe they covered all of this in pretrial motions, which happens. But she even said it. She said, like, the defense attorney is just sitting there, like the prosecution was saying stuff, witnesses were saying things, and this and that and the third. And she was like, the defense attorney was just did not object to anything. And that was weird to her. So yeah, she even pointed that out. I
was telling us, okay, so then we get it. They basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot that wasn't done.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're gonna keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard for us right now, and I've had my moments. We want our children to do better, right? We look at our YNs. This wasn't YN. So what we gonna do about this not YN? We can make more YNs. Now you got a kid, like I just told you, everything that we're telling you right now is verified. Mm-hmm. 2 jobs with the HEB Foot Locker. That's who came to the buy him. His GPA, he still graduated through all this. He still graduated high school. He still graduated. The lady the kid he saved, this stuff really happened. He was never in trouble, and no, he was never suspended for no knife. But they had, actually what I learned was they had a smear campaign that they did. I wasn't familiar with that, and a lot of people that we were reaching out with, I understand.
Yeah, in the beginning, I feel like a lot of people should have spoke out that didn't. But now that he was found guilty, and this appeal has been found, is that you got some people stepping up. We're gonna talk about those people too. You got some people stepping up Do I think they should have stepped up in the beginning? Yeah. But we can't tell people what to do. We only have our opinion. We can't tell people what to do with their money, how to support, how to support, who to support, whether or not they should come out here and speak. Because a lot of these people have to cover their own asses. When a case like this hit the ground running, and it's about race and this and the third, those people they have to think about themselves, and self-preservation kicks in. Do I respect it? Not in all cases, no. Because but hey, when people be in certain positions, you can't judge them. You really can't judge. But yeah, it's some people stepping up now, and we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna talk about it, Cardi B and what you got, my Lil? We're gonna talk about Cardi B. We're gonna talk about Bootsy and other people that has stepped up. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of people, they got a lot of things going on. So we was reaching out, I was emailing, but everybody want to go through, it's kind of a circle thing, which I understand. But I realized through this, black entertainment is going to have to be, a black network is going to have to be done, because I'm looking for people who would never understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how much you do it, no matter how much you do, they would never see it.
You're saying that as you were.
So Ms. Lynn said, I guess I'm very assertive, and they parents come across very mild-mannered and not trying to buck the system with me. They do come across mild-mannered. They do come across, to me, honestly, way better than Metcalf, but that's just my opinion. But you have to remember, before now, Ms. Lynn, they were under a gag order. They do seem like, meek, mild-mannered people, they're not the usual what we see usually when it comes to our people, which honestly to me is a good thing. Now, when it comes to the defense of their son and what they need to do as far as that, I think they need to be very aggressive. But when it comes to social media and stuff like that, okay, it may appear like they're not being aggressive. It may appear like they're not doing everything to defend their son, but we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. And so they don't have to come out here and appear aggressive on social media if that's not them, just to prove that they're defending their son, if that makes sense. Oh, you talking about addressing the defense? Oh, yeah. Well, to me, honestly, a lot of times you got to make moves, and you got to be quiet about the moves that you make. Because to be honest, I would be looking for that defense attorney to be reprimanded some kind of way. I don't know if they can file, I don't know if they can sue the lawyer. I don't know how that works. But yeah, it should be something done about that lawyer. For real. But I get what you're saying. But it don't do them no good to come out here and bash anybody either. But they need to be doing something on the back end to rectify what he did. Because, just blatant. You just blatant. You got to pay all this money and you did nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous. And then the daddy, from what the dad is saying, he was, doing this and that third behind the scenes, trying to pit them against each other. Like, no, that's not cool at all.
Watching the trial, as you were in there, you didn't want to question the process. You wanted to let it play out. But was there at any point that you felt the outcome was heading in this direction?
No. Everybody lied. Look at the report. Everybody called it perjury. Everybody did. Basically just did it with no, and they never was called out on it. Literally they told within an hour of when it happened, it was 2 to 3 people. When they got to the trial, it's, oh no, it was, I'm like, wait, what? And don't get me wrong, the defense said, hey, did you say this here? Everybody. One girl made up a lie, said it was over a race. That my son walked up, this is how crazy this is.
Yeah.
One girl sat on the stand and said, he just walked up to him and said, what, you want to race? It didn't even make sense. And they asked her, did you lie? She was like, on the stand. Nothing happened.
Why didn't the defense call more witnesses?
That's not my department, and I apologize for that. I don't have
I'm just, as you look at it and I'm not an attorney, but I mean, I'm hearing you and you're telling me all these wonderful things about him. And I'm just wondering, did the jury get to hear, all of these wonderful things about Carmelo?
No, they didn't. Even when the one kid who was the corporate of all this, meaning
I think they got one other child, or maybe two, Tanya. I think they got, but I know Carmelo was the oldest. But I think they got maybe two other kids, a boy and a girl, if I'm not mistaken. I knew it back in the day, but I don't know. She need to ask them is why neither one of them got on the stand. We do know the mom got up there afterwards, but why neither one of them got up on the stand? That's what I want to know. All right, y'all, we was buffering real bad. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Honestly, I don't. But we're going to keep it pushing.
Did the jury get to hear, all of these wonderful things about Carmelo?
No, they didn't. Even when the one kid who was the corporate of all this, meaning the kid who invited him to the tent, he lied on the stand and said he didn't even know him.
Wow, Eddie.
And they had pictures with his grandmother. Like, here's your grandmother, my son, your grandmother. Their whole family got multi-time, play basketball, all kind of different things. And
I mean, all of the witnesses' statements and stories were inconsistent. So we thinking that the jury is going to notice that. But they already had their mind made up when they sat in that courtroom. Their mind was made up.
Basically, what they saying is the stories was inconsistent even on the stand, y'all. Like, the stories was inconsistent from these teenagers on the stand, and the jury just ignored it. Yeah, they upset with Eddie. Eddie lied, honey.
Already.
How big of a role do you guys believe that race played into how this case was publicly viewed and how this outcome, this sentence was handed down?
It played a big part. Race, politics, all that. I'm like, man, the kid don't even vote. How he got into the vote? There was a lady talking about the left side and the right side. Like, what? These are kids. They put I feel like you had a certain group that of course, they go blame us, that strategically made this about this because they knew they could do that smear campaign. Like, they said, we went and bought a new car and house.
Yeah.
And it hurt with me without my people. My people really believed instead of them going and doing their proper research. They had people really bashing us. I'm like, y'all really believe that? Who could buy a house in 4 days? Buy a house in 4 days.
Exactly.
I know we may sometimes we may not make the right decisions, but come on now, like that didn't even make sense. They said we was going on extravagant trips. It's a lot of things that they did to us that just,
There was a lot of misinformation that was going around, especially, in the beginning. And, I know your family had to move a couple times because you were doxxed. And, I can't even imagine how Carmelo going through that, trying to finish school, fighting, for his freedom. And you guys have other children, so much on you as parents. How's your other children handling this?
Now we had to end up taking him out of school because they had TikTok videos with my son with semen coming out of his mouth because it was him saying go get raped in jail. And it's just like, that was my daughter, my princess. She had to go through that. The other boys, we was in a pretty blessed community. That's why I hope a lot of people get this message. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. We was supposed to be in the safest place, but it's like they're telling us that you could be assaulted, but you better not fight back. That's what this is what this case is saying. You don't care. It could be 2-3 people, size, it don't matter.
Yeah.
So that's what this case is really all about. The family is saying now, I just got a message, they saying they were robbed. Now, they were robbed. Now, mind you, if
they as in the Metcalf family?
I've just got this thing just popped up saying people are robbed. If we don't get the message now, and it's not because it's our child, we would never get it. this is the most crucial time ever, especially if you have kids. Because again, you see the child I'm telling you about right now, we all have kids like that. We sent them off to school. We sent them off just not looking for it. Again, he didn't go look for this. That's why they try to paint that picture. They painted a picture and he didn't look for this. This walked into his life. Literally, matter of fact, they say like this, the evidence shows he jumped 3 bleachers to get to him.
Now,
So
the
that
jury,
tells you.
did the jury hear that information? And is that information on the video?
That's on the video.
And they had to that again. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know when I miss something, I got to.
And they were robbed.
Hold on.
Pretty blessed community. That's why I'm saying.
Freedom. And you guys have other children, you know, so much on you as parents.
You said in Moneyball Trade Line last night, Thomas said Camilo was already put out of school for carrying a knife, so he should have known. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. That's why I don't fool with that. I don't even child. I'm glad I wasn't there. Glad I wasn't around. Hashtag believe Carmelo. I think it said hashtag believe Carmelo. Yeah. Hashtag believe Carmelo. No, he wasn't suspended for carrying no knife. Hey, Tamika.
How's your other children handling this?
Now we had to end up taking them out of school because they had TikTok videos with my son with semen coming out of his mouth because there's him saying go get ready.
Girl, listen. That damn Tommy, I don't even understand why I just believe it or not, it's a lot of people on this internet that think like him and say it is some people on this internet that says things worse than him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't even pay attention to it. I don't have nothing to say about that.
In jail, and it's just like that was my daughter, my princess. She had to go through that. The other boys, we was in a pretty blessed community. That's why I hope a lot of people get this message. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. Like this, we was supposed to be in the safest place, but it's like they're telling us that you could be assaulted, but you better not fight back. That's what this is what this case is saying. You don't care. It could be 2-3 people, size, it don't matter.
Yeah.
So that's what this case is really all about. The family is saying now, I just got a message, they saying they were robbed. Now they were robbed. Now mind you, if
They as in the Metcalf family?
I just got this thing just popped up saying they saying people are robbed. If we don't get the message now, and it's not because it's our child, we would never get it. This is the most crucial time ever, especially if you have kids. Because again, you see the child I'm telling you about right now, we all have kids like that. We sent them off to school. We sent them off just not looking for it. Again, he didn't go look for this. That's why they try to paint that picture. They painted a picture and he didn't look for this. This walked into his life. Literally, matter of fact, they say like this, the evidence shows he jumped 3 bleachers to get to him.
Now,
So that tells you.
did the jury hear that information? And is that information on the video?
That's on the video.
And they had their minds made up.
The mind was made up.
Already made up.
3 bleachers. Some say 1, some say 3, some say 5. Their statements was inconsistent.
So
Every
tell us,
statement.
because we haven't seen that video. What did that video show?
The video showed, honestly, you can show that you can see him coming into the tent, sitting down, and then it's like it started getting a little like you couldn't tell the people. But you know, we're experts. Let me tell you what the DA did. They put a spotlight on the boys, right? So you could see them, right? But they never put a spotlight on Carmelo. And the reason why is because, of course, they was trying to make their side look like, oh, it wasn't that bag of push. The whole thing moved. Even the guy EP said in his statement, it was so bad to where it pushed him out the way. Because he's some pretty big kids. Pretty real big. They're bigger than me, actually. So it's like they tried to minimize their doing, but I've heard people who would supposed to be justice if in Texas, if I threaten you when I'm learning, you have the right to do whatever force if you fear for your life.
So the video showed, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kayla.
No, he said if you fear for your life or
Seriously body home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were trying to jujitsu fighters too.
Mm-hmm. And so the video that you all that they showed in court, it shows him running away from.
Yeah, he ran to the teacher. The teacher said that the teacher he ran to a guy, and the teacher he ran to actually he hugged him because Camilo, he's not like that. He hugged the guy. Like he was freaking out. He hugged the guy. So the guy they was hugging. He was crying hysterically, and they tried to paint it as if he was trying to leave. But
Now,
then in court they said it that he wasn't trying to leave.
yeah. Now, did this teacher testify?
He did.
Yes. And he also said he had to stop another kid from jumping on Carmelo, which was, guess what? Supposed to have been a person that was his friend. The guy who, hey man, come on, look, hey, if you've been in high school, think about it. The guy that told you to come over here.
Ain't that a bitch? So Eddie tried to jump on him. So some people were saying that Eddie may have called him over there to set him up. I tended, not to want to believe that. But hearing them say that Eddie tried to jump on him, what? Wow, that's crazy.
You sitting down, the same person who could have de-escalated the whole thing, he was trying to go after him, and that's the same guy that was playing like he was videoing, but they couldn't find the video. He was the police didn't really even try to go through his phone to even look for the video. So he said he was acting as if he was recording.
Now, when he was running, was this before or after the incident happened?
It's after the incident.
This is after the incident.
Mm-hmm. That's why they came up with I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's why they came up with the narrative that he
was running.
Yeah, he threw the knife. When he threw it, he didn't throw the knife. His hand was cut. So it's a lie that when you do the video show, if you ever been on high school bleachers, you're not on the stairs. You know how you try to walk. So imagine trying to run up, he fell. So what you think fell? He only went up. They caught it in 3 bleachers. It was like 3 bleachers up. It was 3 bleachers up. So when you can see him get up. You could tell he dropped it. Then he stood up. He didn't know where to go. Then he ran down, fell, and they was coming after him. He ran around and ran to a coach.
So did the video show the altercation of them approaching him first and then the confrontation? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you talk to your defense attorney about any of these concerns that you had as the trial was playing out, or even now that the trial is over?
100%. I mean, I'm actually praying that somebody send us somebody that we get sent somebody that can help us. It's kind of like I'm still right now in shock, so I'm just moving on and drilling right now.
So you're looking for a new defense attorney for a future appeal process.
Yeah.
And did your defense attorney say anything about how he feels or they feel the case went?
I'm going to say they gave us the corporate answer. They gave us the corporate answer,
And did Carmelo want to testify in his own on his own behalf and was
survived? It was based on everything. It didn't need nothing because everything they said when it's self-defense, they have to prove it. They never proved it.
Okay. So that was never.
Wait a minute. She asked the question I wanted to know. Sound like he was about to say he was advised not to. But I need you to be clear, sir. Golly. Be clear. Was he advised not to testify? Now, I get what he's saying about, see, in cases like this, is the let's be clear. The defense is not required to put on a defense, if that makes sense. It is up to the prosecution to prove their case. They have the burden of proof. They have to prove their case. And in some cases, and I've seen trials such as this, it be so apparent that the prosecution did not prove their case, that the defendant may choose not to testify, or the defense might not even call any witnesses. I've seen that happen. So is he saying that the defense attorney advised Carmelo not to testify because the state didn't prove their case? It seems like that's what he's saying.
On his own behalf, and was
Advised. It was based on everything. It didn't need nothing because everything they said when it's self-defense, they have to prove it. They never proved it.
okay. So that was never because I know there was this pause, and a lot of people thought that we were going to come back and he was going to take the stand, and he didn't. So that was never an option. That had never been discussed of him taking the stand.
That's why we just need a newer. We need somebody who's gonna fight. That's what I can understand.
I think he was advised not to take the stand. Defense should, and that's where that divide and conquer came in at. Like they told Carmelo, they probably told Carmelo, "Look, you're 18. I'm your lawyer. I'm advising you not to take the stand." And the Carmelo probably said, "Okay," and they probably weren't even good with that. But I don't know. That sounds like what he's saying to me. Defense should put doubt in the minds. I guess since it was contradictions, they thought. Well, yeah, he said since the witnesses got up there and lied, and you could tell they were lying, and it was clear they was lying, that they ain't need to put on the defense. That's not necessarily true, man. That's not. Yeah.
Say right now, we just need somebody gonna fight for him because their whole thing was he provoked it. That was their entire case. He provoked it. That's what the whole thing was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you want the world to know about who Carmelo is and what your family is going through right now?
We're going through hell. Doesn't feel real. We feel like, it just don't feel real. Mm-hmm. He's a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
The receipts show that he wasn't a YN. We as adults, we're not helping with the YNs, and I know we could look at the tragedy they're having, but it was by the law. Mm-hmm. The law supposed to cover us. So anybody who feels any way different, I honestly feel like, it's okay when as long as the devil don't knock at your door. Because I was clueless like that too. Hey man, it never happened. It would never happen to me. It would never happen to us. Because we stayed in our lane. We worked. Nice neighborhood. We were doing good, but these people basically made it there. We just had comments where people say, "Yeah, we sending y'all back to the hood. We sending y'all. Yeah, y'all don't deserve what y'all have." He said it in court yesterday. Forgot. He said that they told my son to look at me when I'm talking to you.
Who said that?
The dad, the son. Both of them said, "Look at me while we talk to you."
Never. And he ain't lying because they said that Hunter said that. And I think they said that the dad said he said that, yeah. They basically demanded Carmelo to look at them while they talked to him like he was trash. And I would have looked at everything but them. You don't respect me, I don't respect you. It is what it is. These folks that gave me 35. Man, come on, bro. I don't know. And I think they said Carmelo actually looked up, but that's just the type of kid he is. I wouldn't. Never.
I have. He said it in court yesterday. Forgot. He said that they told my son to look at me when I'm talking to you.
Who said that?
The dad, the son. Both of them said, "Look at me while we talk to you." Like, oh, it's gonna come out. They said, "Look at me while we talk to you." What? Yeah.
The dad, Metcalf's father, said that to Carmelo.
And the son. The son came out. The son came out. He eventually got on the stand for the impact statement. But he didn't want to get on the stand, and I tried to get people.
All right, y'all, here we go.
He eventually got on the stand for the impact statement, but he didn't want to get on the stand, and I even tried to get people to I even try to get them to call him, but it's just a lot. And I know it's going to hurt me more because this interview may push a lot of people off.
So when he said he tried to get people to call him, that means he wanted his defense attorney to call Hunter to the stand. And he did. Wow.
I want to help us because, oh, well, you did this, man. I don't do this. I don't understand why we like that. Like, we all fighting for the same goal. Like, oh, man, well, you said this. I can't. What? Come on, man. Like, but it's okay because you know what? It's not yours. So I totally understand it. But I just tell everybody, be careful when in case that devil not.
You know, and as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, you know, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet, you know, but as a trial has played out, is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have been rebellious and just do what
or listening to advice that you thought was.
Yeah, I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, like I said, they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to white attorneys. No white attorneys, they set them up, pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things smooth. So because as a father, of me being who I am, I got to make sure she's straight. This mama, I got to make sure she's straight mentally because if she's not straight, my house ain't straight. I'm not straight. Then so because I got the kids to worry about. Got to make sure his mental health. I can't go back and forth with him right in there because I don't think his mental can handle it. The misunderstanding what dad's trying to say. This ain't a daddy moment. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's not the time for me to be arguing with you about, hey, you know. So I'm like, hey son, can you see? I know a lot of people say, well, I would have done this or I would have done that. You say that because you're not in that situation. So I couldn't do that. And me knowing my son, which is your child, correct? You see, I don't want him to maybe want to hurt himself because I don't know what he's dealing with. He's doing a great job. He's still in school. I'm keeping him busy. We're trying to do stuff around the house. And one thing this thing did do with us, it brought our family closer.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked a lot. Well, I didn't work that much. I was home on weekends. But to her, I worked too much. But I was able to have this time for us to be together. Yeah. And I think they did this to us because they wanted us to be in poverty. They wasn't expecting, because the tables are turned. Me and her been together since high school. It's the other side who's divorced. So that picture they painted, the houses and the cars, that was the other side. That wasn't us. We just couldn't say nothing. And then we did say something. It was like, oh, whatever. Hey, don't go like, hey, don't do this, don't say this. Hey, people gonna say what they gonna say. So no matter what we did, we was losing.
Lose battle. You felt like it was a lose battle. Yeah. And I just have a few more questions for you. I want to. When the verdict came down, what was the first thought that went through your head?
I feel my son. I feel like, man, I felt like I cried so much. I held back and I told her, man, I'm in that dad, like, hold it up and be tight. I said, boy, you broke me. You broke me when it first happened. I never cried as much as I've cried. And it was just like when I seen him, when he grabbed it, I could still picture that man when he's saying it. He said it so smooth. Like the way he said it, the way he read that verdict, it was like, just, as such and such, he's found guilty. It was just comfortable. It was comfortable. You could tell the way he read it was like, damn, it was, hey, look. And I told my attorney, like, we know. The hell you mean, But then if I act up, I'm the emotional black man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at him. Then it would have been on breaking news. Oh, he done flashed out. Oh, look, that's how they had it. We got him. So I had to humble myself. It wasn't just for me and my family. It was for all of us. Because if I would have flashed out the way I wanted to, it would have been all that. You would probably be looking at it. God damn it.
It would have been on every major mainstream media channel out there. But this whole rant that old boy went on, Metcalf, I don't see none of the big wigs talking about it. Only people I see covering is YouTubers, maybe TikTokers, but I ain't on TikTok, not yet. But I don't see none of the, because absolutely. The same way they had them cameras on us when that verdict was read and wanted to see us acting food out there in front of that courthouse, they had the cameras on, they had the cameras just ready, waiting. If this man had spazzed out at any point, him or the mom, it'd have been on every mainstream media. But Metcalf done went on a whole racist rant. I don't see nobody talking about it. I see plenty of YouTubers talking about it. I don't see it on the major news stations at all. Maybe I missed it.
But I went up there after the food. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I played their game, and I'm just let you know their game don't work. It's not for us. The justice system is not for us. They can't say we did anything out of what we was told. We follow all the instructions and we follow the law. It just don't work for us.
Mm-hmm. What do you say to the people who say?
He's calling now.
Okay.
He's calling now.
Take it.
Thank God.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The breakfast.
Okay, they ended that abruptly because they was waiting. If y'all heard in the beginning, they was waiting on a call from Carmelo, and he called while they was doing that interview. So at that point, the interview ended because they needed to take his call. All right, so let's see what we got next. I'm gonna do that daddy's interview. That live last. Where we at on time? 2.5 hours. Cause I gotta go to the other channel. I'm here, y'all. I'm just looking and thinking. Hold on. So Nika and Knight did like a 5-minute live. I'm just gonna pick and choose what we get into today, because I don't want to get into anything that's too long, because we're not gonna finish it. And tomorrow I'm gonna come on here early so we can get excuse me, y'all. Sorry, we can get an early start on, because I got a lot, y'all. Y'all know it's been 2-3 days, and I got a lot, and I'm gonna get into everything I have. So I'm gonna skip the daddy right there. That's his rant. I'm gonna listen to this little 5-minute live stream that Nika Knight put. She talked to Carmelo's dad. Not a whole lot, but let's listen.
All right. Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. Now, this isn't going to be a long, lengthy live. I just want to give you guys an update with Carmelo Anthony's father, and I spoke to him 2 times today. I asked if there was anything that he would like to share or be able to say. There's a lot of things that right now, without an attorney, he cannot go into. But what he was able to share with me and allowed me to share with everyone else, he was able to visit Carmelo Anthony today. He is at a place called the Wallace Pack Unit. He went to visit him. The visit lasted for about 2 hours. He said that Carmelo Anthony was in good spirits. And I asked him, I wanted to know if Carmelo Anthony saw everybody who was wearing purple and how he felt about it. And he said that he loved seeing everyone wearing purple. I also asked him, I said, well, I know you can't go into a lot of details, but there is a big thing about whether or not you guys had Mike Howard as a public defender or whether or not he was retained. He said that Mike Howard was retained. Toby Shook, the co-counsel, was also retained, meaning that they were not pro bono and that they did not come on like free of charge. He also said that Toby Shook, the same person that they retained, is the same lawyer that is representing Yellow Beezy. And then he was basically like, he's representing Yellow Beezy, like he didn't come on board for us for free type of thing. Anything else going forward, if there's any more updates that I can get from him, I will share those with you guys. But I wanted to clear those things up and be able to let you guys know. Yes, it was the father. I was put in contact with him through the Black Panther Party. They facilitated the call. I talked to him. He was going to come on and say, hello to you guys, but he was like very tired. So I said, listen, I don't want to push you to do anything extra. I understand you guys have had a rough week. And we talked a little bit more about other things. I'm not going to reveal everything to our conversation, but my heart goes out to them. I can't imagine, just like I told him, I can't imagine anything that, like, being in their position, like, everything that they're going through. Somebody said, how can we donate? He's said that he was figuring all of that stuff out as well. So he'll be updating as far as that goes as well. But that's all I can share right now. Charleston White, you guys are talking about, is ridiculous. That whole thing with Charleston, like trying to like get people to go against him, I believe that that's ridiculous. Those are my words. I believe that that's ridiculous. The receipts that Charleston White is posting up, it doesn't even come from the father. It's like just random text messages disparaging the family. We don't even know who the text messages that Charleston White is posting, who they came from. They're not from the family. They're not from the father. And it's saddening. It's like, it's very sad to see like other Black people join in on the bashing of a family without like the facts. They did not get money and then not pay an attorney. So those are the things that I wanted to say. I will catch you guys up at a later date. If I get any more information like tomorrow or anything like that, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, so that's all for now. I just want to let y'all know that. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you have your notification bells on.
I know I'm gonna share out every video that I reacted to, so y'all can go support the channel. This will be one of them. So that's basically what she's saying. She talked to the dad for a minute. She said twice, I think. Not a lot of information, but I understand why not a lot of information. So yeah. So I need to be removing these things because I get confused and kerfuffled about when I hold on, y'all, give me a second. Whether or not I reacted to certain stuff, if I don't like right off remember. So let me remove what I've already reacted to, and we're gonna move on. I'm gonna save that one for that one too. Let me see which one I want to get in for, which is probably gonna be the last one unless it's a short one. Charleston White. Let's see what this one is saying. No, because I gotta listen to all her things together. We're not gonna get into that one. Nope. But I tell you who we'll end it with. And let me tell y'all what we're gonna start with tomorrow, right? Charleston's the same motherfucker who got his friend the gun that killed. Listen, what's your name? Magna Ultra. I hope I didn't box your name too, baby. Let me say this. It's just certain people I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like clowns. I am that person that my ignore game is on like a high level. And when I see a person that's a clown, Charleston White is a clown. He's a clown that they're talking about, Carmelo Anthony and his family making Black people look. No, it's the Charleston Whites. But you know what? At some point, when are we as the people going to stop entertaining these clowns? Because the only reason why these clowns continue to come out here and make these so-called alleged viral moments is because we the people keep entertaining it, keep watching it, keep sharing it. You feel me? See, a Charleston White is a person that I feel needs to be ignored on a high level. See, when a person is ignored on a high level, and the reason why this man come out and say the things that he say and do the things that he do, he's a whole troll in real life. He's a whole troll in real life. He's like these trolls that come in these chats, you know what I'm saying, for attention and things of that sort. Like, you have to ignore that man he's a clown. He's a spectacle. And as long as people keep interviewing him, entertaining him, he's gonna continue to do it. I don't know. Listen, from what I've seen and heard about this dude, third party, because I don't support anything he does, I ain't got time. I don't entertain fuck shit. Hold on a minute, y'all. Yeah, he does the shock value thing, but like I said, ain't nothing shocking about what he does no more. Not for me. Ain't not shocking in his behavior because he's predictable. When you have a belief, or when you believe in something, or you have a belief in something, you stand on that. You don't switch up from day to day. depending on which way the trees are blowing or the water is waving. You don't do that. Like, people got to understand, these people do this shit because y'all keep entertaining, keep it, and listen. I shouldn't even be reacting to these videos, but because it's giving him, but that's okay, because it's all for the greater good. But Charleston White is going to continue to be Charleston White as long as he entertained, as long as he's being entertained and watched and paid for his fuckery. Period. Yeah, I'm going to. So let me tell y'all what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to come on extra early. We are going to react to the the press conference that Dr. Matthews put on, because it was a lot. We also going to listen to Dominique. Dominique has been out here doing interview after interview. We're gonna hear from him. We also gonna hear about the Charleston White stuff. And yeah, and then we're gonna go from there. I do know I'm gonna start with those items, but we're gonna end it today listening to or reacting to Introvert Rockstar. And y'all got to know, with these videos and everything that's happened over the last couple of days, it's gonna be some repetitiveness. We're gonna see stuff over and over again, because these content creators, we all get the same content and react to the same content. So just bear with me. 50 wouldn't troll a kid like Mello. 50 is a troll too, in my opinion. I don't respect him either. He's just a Charleston that got money. I don't fool with 50. Sure he is. That's how he makes his money, being obnoxious. Yep. He's an attention whore. He's the one who makes a black person look. Yep. I agree. I totally agree. Yep. But 50 troll Tiny and her family not right. Yeah, I don't fool with him either. He's a troll too as well. He's just a troll that's a celebrity. They got money. Tiny said, I hate to say it, but he is smart, but he's using it for foolery, and he's going to get himself hurt. He's not careful. I agree. I just can't. I can't entertain people like that. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff for attention and just act a plum fool. Make all of us look bad. My God, today. So yeah, let's get into. He did 2 videos, and like I say, some of this stuff we probably not already heard. Some of this stuff we probably have not heard yet, that we will hear again. But we just gonna get into it. The title of this first one is "A New Witness Just Exposed the Metcalf Brothers." All right, so let's see.
And you already know, on this channel, we hold this racist system accountable, because if we don't, who will? And if you don't like it, get to stepping, because it ain't gonna stop. Now run the tape.
So again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals.
All right, so this one right here, Black America Breakdown, and I have not watched it like fully. I just scanned through it. Apparently, there are some people, several people, that have gotten a hold to a videotape. And the reason why I say a videotape, because what they're describing is not the video footage that they saw that people are saying came out of the courtroom. So I'm gonna stop talking on it. I'm gonna let him talk on it, because, like I said, I'm learning with y'all. I'm watching this in real time with y'all. So we're gonna listen together and we're gonna talk. I can't either. Just makes my right, Tanya. Right, girl. I can't. You know I get irritated with stupidity come in my chat. You know I get irritated. I get pissed off to the highest point of festivity when a motherfucker come in my chat with some ignorance. I don't like ignorance. I don't do it. I don't like it, and I feel like it doesn't take nobody to learn before you open your mouth or tight. You just learn some shit. Shit, we don't know. None of us know everything. We can all tend to learn from each other, but don't just be flat out stupid and say stupid stuff. That shit irritates my being. I be like, what the fuck? Did you even think about that before you said it or wrote it? Like, for real. But anywho, Sonya, I ain't gonna let you get me riled up. Not today. I am relaxed, relate, and released. I ain't finna let you get me riled up. Oh, I can't do it. All right, let's listen to old boy. With his
For a request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony.
And you already know on this channel, we hold this racist system accountable because if we don't, who will? And if you don't like it, get to stepping because it ain't gonna stop. Now run the tape.
So again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Carmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20.
Now, what I'm trying to figure out is how we are getting these different renditions of this video. Some people are saying the video that was showed in the courtroom is not the video that these people, because they did a damn Trey told, I know the name of what they did. It's the Freedom of something, where you can sign paperwork or whatever they had to this is the Freedom Act. It's something where you can see videos and such of court from court cases, right? So these people went and they did it, and the video that they're describing is not the video that people are saying was shown in court. So this is my thing, and I told y'all this. I said this. This is what they're doing. That video that they introduced, there you go. Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. That's exactly right. My theory, Queen, is this. The video that they showed in court, allegedly, is the video from whatever cameras they had there at the school that wasn't up close, and things of that sort. For some reason, I'm thinking that these, because see, I've always said that I believe there's no way that there's no video footage from these kids' cell phone. Not necessarily doctored up, Natasha. Just so happened no cameras were at an angle to where they were far away. And it didn't show everything in detail. And so I'm thinking, and I told y'all that there's no way that all those teenagers was out there up under their tent and did nobody hit record or nothing like that. And I feel like it's more video out there up close and personal on what happened. Because I'm going to say this again. They stated in court that they showed a photo of the paramedics working on Austin. If there was no video, and I ain't talking about from the video from far away. That's not what I'm talking about. They said they had a picture of the paramedics working on Austin, up close and personal. How do you have a not a video, a picture? Yeah, picture. How do you have a picture of the paramedics working on Austin unless one of those kids snapped it, or there's video and you pulled that out from a still shot? Because from the angle of the camera that they played in court, there's no way that you had an up close and personal shot of the medics working on Austin. Absolutely not. So there has to be other video out there. And what I'm thinking, as far as the video that these people are seeing, is not the same video that was shown in court. And there's a reason why it wasn't shown in court. And let me tell you this too. And I got receipts, and y'all got so many receipts. Oh my God. This we're gonna be talking about this for a week or two. Listen, I got a receipt. I got the screenshot where they have discontinued public viewing of that tape. You can't even go down there and sign the what said is Queen Shula, Freedom of Information. Okay, let me see if I can find them because I got to get all my screenshots together, y'all. I wasn't supposed to be working, but I was working a little bit, just a little bit, not to be noticed. But I'm gonna show y'all where they have now taken it down. Like you cannot view the tape anymore because people like this guy is coming out here talking. Exactly, Danielle. So let's listen to what this guy has to say.
Went to there were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Carmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds, and from there a scuffle ensued. It didn't last long. Carmelo backed out the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the questions that I have, though. Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because, again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Carmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Carmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to.
Okay, Tanya, be safe. Evans B.
Put a finger on him and touch him. Again, there was a scuffle that ensued at the top of the bleachers, and Carmelo got it there. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown. I don't know if the ISD gave us a bogus ass video. I don't know, but that's what I saw.
Several people have claimed that additional video footage exists in the Carmelo Anthony case that has not been publicly released. Some believe the footage could provide more context about what happened and may differ from certain witness accounts presented in court. Make that make sense. Like I always say, in the words of Johnny Taylor, they running out of lies, getting hard to think of an alibi. See them saxophones starting to get louder and louder because it all makes sense now, bro. That trial lasted 7 to 8 days because they know eventually the real footage will come out. And if I'm lying, in my comment section, tell me I'm lying. The Metcalf family, look, they ran straight to the media after the stabbing, bro, because they wanted to control the narrative. They wanted to cover up the truth, but we'll talk about that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, the father, Jeff Metcalf, he finally stopped pretending like he was a Christian, and now he's showing his true colors. Man, run the tape.
Kayla, you drunk?
All right, so this is a little clip now. Mind you, this live stream that this daddy put on y'all. The other OG said the same story. I saw a black lady said something about the video. Listen, I miss you too, Miss B. It's good to be back. So this is the little clip of y'all. Now, mind you, this dude went on a whole 2-hour rant. 2 hours. I got the full 2 hours. But in these videos I'm showing, they may be just showing the clips, right? But this is a clip. This is a little snippet for those who hadn't seen this rant. You finna get a little clip of it. I got the whole thing. We're gonna get into it on tomorrow. I said before they was gonna do something like that. Like Kendrick Johnson, rest in peace. Yup. Listen, y'all.
Colors. Man, run the tape.
Kayla, you drunk? What'd you do to that boy to make him stop?
And another thing these content creators do, they bleep out the cuss words. You know, I don't bleep out no damn cuss words. So when you listen to the live, I'm gonna play the entire thing, cuss words and all. Cause Truth don't give a damn about a cuss word. Yup, sure don't. He cursed a lot. The Christian. I can't say that because I am a Christian and I curse. I got pride in my mouth. God be looking at me like, I know you didn't just say that. I know my child. But listen, y'all, listen.
Somebody, my God, what kind of mother are you?
Now, mind you, this the same guy. He said he's not gonna throw the parents up under the bus. Y'all hear who he's addressing? Kayla. Kayla is Carmelo's mom. Okay. Listen.
He's showing his true colors. Man, run the tape.
Kayla, you drunk? What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record.
Now he's talking to Carmelo's mom and dad. He's talking to the dad right now. Now notice he mentions that Carmelo's dad is the only one in his family that doesn't have a record. Now, is this the man who was crying about being doxxed? Done turned around and doxed this man? Are we paying attention, people? This is the same man that said in that interview we listened to and cried about being doxxed. Now he's basically sitting here letting us know that he doxed Carmelo Anthony's dad. Yeah, it's his own demons, Natasha. His own demons, ain't it?
Why did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture.
In our car. But this ain't about race, though. He said you the only person in your family without a record. I guess that's something to be proud of when it comes to your culture. What culture? Blacks? Are y'all listening? See, this just touching the surface of the things that this man had to say in this motherfucking lie. My God, today.
You still live in Baton Rouge? Yeah. Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You people.
Let me make one up. Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such a little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you? So don't complain when shit doesn't go your way. When you don't do anything about it. Don't bitch because Trump's president because you didn't vote. You're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you've got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more in privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us and we took you.
Y'all, we're going to listen to the whole thing tomorrow, but y'all got to hear what he's saying. Y'all got to let this resonate. Listen.
More melanin than me. Ooh, something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you've got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more in privileges, more entitlement? Because 400 years ago, someone actually sold you to us and we took you over here and put you to work. And then we had a civil war to free your ass.
Oh my God.
And now you want to talk shit? Oh, I've been so oppressed. You couldn't even vote 1960.
Ooh.
Look how far you've come. Look at all the free shit we give you.
What?
You're not oppressed. You're fucking entitled.
Since the beginning of the case, Jeff Metcalf has continued to publicly criticize Carmelo Anthony's family.
I'll take a breath. Go get you some water because I got to go. I'm going to get me a water. That right there just took my whole breath away. And that ain't nothing compared to some of the other stuff he said. I'll be right back, y'all. Let True go get her a fresh bottle of water. I'll be right back. I'm back, y'all. Did y'all get y'all something cool to drink, baby? Because baby, Queen said somebody needs to drop butter on the south side of Chicago. I leave the burbs and me him now so we can discuss black culture, melanin, and make a wager on which one of us pays more tax. Girl, woo. This is provoking, and then when it goes left, we the girl. Listen, now let this have to be Carmelo dead, baby. They'll still be running it on CNN. Hell, they'll have it on ESPN. Even though the Knicks won the damn championship last night, baby, they will break the story on ESPN. Baby, it'll be on MSN, MSNBC, baby, ABC, CBS. I'm just saying. But you ain't got mainstream media talking about this, though. Let's listen.
While Carmelo's family has lost hope since the beginning of the case, Jeff Metcalf has continued to publicly criticize Carmelo Anthony's family. While Carmelo's family has largely focused on the legal proceedings and appeal process. Make that make sense. And in the words of Jackie Neal, see, our love keeps growing higher. That's the way we roll.
Come on, I got a song for everything too. Let's go. Thank y'all for the likes. I truly appreciate it. If you're if you're in here and you haven't double tapped the screen to like the live, do so for me, please. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified each and every time I go live, because we're going to be covering this for a while. Feel free to support the channel. I have Super Chat, Super Sticker, Cash App, and PayPal. Let's go. The Cash App is pinned at the bottom. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Mr. Jeff, you will never get to feel that family love again, and that's why you're really mad. Your sons spanked you and broke your arm. Your ex-wife, she hates your stinking good.
She looked like it too, and she looked like it in that interview when that man slipped up and called. Y'all remember that we reacted to it back in the day. That reporter slipped up and called that man her husband, baby. That's the look she gave right there. Yeah, and ain't nobody talking about either all these interviews and carrying on. They ain't talking about how, they say, I don't know which one they say broke his arm. I don't know which one they say broke his arm. But there's a lot of stuff going I hear about that old Jeff Metcalf. He was abusive. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm back, y'all. Thank you, Tanya, for welcoming the new subs. We are growing, y'all. There are new people that subscribing on the daily, so make sure y'all welcome in the new people. But yeah, ain't nobody talking about the broken arm, and he goes into depth talking about broken homes. This is in that interview that we're gonna react to. Broken homes and things that sort. When that's what his boys was raised in, a broken home, an abusive home, a broken home, an angry home, a hateful home. But don't nobody do no reflection. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Don't nobody reflect these days. Let's listen.
But your see, our love keeps growing higher. That's the way we roll.
Hold on, y'all.
Mr. Jeff, you will never get to feel that family love again, and that's why you're really mad.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know my family don't respect my grind. They don't. Somebody gonna call back again. Watch. Truth, this video had me on one. Not me, Melissa. Wanna know why? Because I was glad that he exposed himself. I mean, I felt a little twinge, when he was saying certain stuff, but contrary to popular opinion, most of the stuff he was saying about what it didn't pertain to me. That's how I looked at it. So you talking about your own situation and you deflected. But it didn't really, it hit me, but it didn't hit me like that because I was like, yes, go ahead, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking, Jeffy Jeff. Expose who you really are. Mr. Christian, Mr. I Forgive, Mr. I didn't show up at that press conference to start nothing. Yeah, keep talking. Because that's what I wanted. 2 hours, baby. Now, let me do this. Let me say this. Certain parts of that live he did until he went into his rage, I felt for him. I ain't gonna lie now, I gotta keep it a buck. I really felt for him as a parent that has lost a child. I felt for the man because no matter what, whether he's a racist, a bastard, or whatever he is, the truth of the matter is he still lost a child, and the man is hurting. He's definitely hurting, and he could be, living with some regrets. We listen as a parent. Listen, as a parent, we're gonna live with a lot of regret when it comes to our kids, and he's dealing with his own demons and regrets. I have regrets. Just like Kayla Anthony said, she had regrets by not being at that track meet. But baby, you cannot. You got to sit in your own shit. You got to get some therapy or something to deal with your own demons and stop coming out here. You look like the devil. All you need is the 2 horns. But we're gonna listen. Let's listen.
Your sons spanked you and broke your arm. Your ex-wife, she hates your stinking guts. Your son was a bully and it cost him. You're alone. Your hairline's uneven. You look dusty. Nah, for real. Your son, Austin Metcalf, was a criminal just like you. And you can say whatever you want to say about Carmelo and his family. At least he gets to talk to his family. At least Carmelo still gets to see his family. And if you feel like I'm tripping, in my comment section, tell me I'm tripping. See, the Metcalf family, they may not be in the physical prison, but from what I see, that mental and spiritual prison they going through is kicking their ass.
I believe it. I agree.
Matter of fact, let's travel back.
I totally agree with that right there. The mom and the dad. And Hunter. Did y'all see them standing up there at that press conference? Oh, it's the darkness around the eyes for me. It's the venom.
In time, right quick, check this out. Collin County, like many areas in Texas during the Jim Crow era, existed during a time when Black Americans often faced racial discrimination in the courts, exclusion from juries, and unequal treatment under the law. Historical records also show that Black defendants sometimes face threats from hostile mobs gathered outside jails and courthouses, raising concerns about whether justice was applied fairly. Make that make sense. And ain't it crazy how the more things change, the more they stay the same. And in the words of the main ingredient, everybody plays the fool sometime. There's no exception to the rule. It's crazy. These people still think they can fool us, bro. Talking about it's not about race. What you talking about, Willis? If it's not about race, why did everybody in Collin County lie on Carmelo Anthony? If it's not about race, why did the trial only last for 7 to 8 days? If it's not about race, why did Carmelo's attorneys, bro, Toby Shook and Mike Howard, why didn't they talk about Carmelo being jumped in the footage that all the new witnesses are talking about? I can go on and on, bro. See, Collin County is the same county that allowed a mob of Caucasian men, a mob of white men to break inside their jail just to unalive a Black man, bro. And no one was ever punished. No one was ever arrested. So you telling me it's not about race? I keep telling y'all, bro, with these people, the game is always cold. Many major criminal cases have a gap between the verdict and sentencing, sometimes lasting weeks or even months. That's why some observers were surprised that Carmelo Anthony was reported convicted and sentenced on the same day. A timeline that is less common in high-profile cases that draw widespread public attention. Make that make sense. And y'all already know, bro, before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart. Before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart. Look, let's break this thing down and use our common sense. This happened back in 2025 at a high school track meet. Now you telling me none of those kids during the incident and after the incident recorded anything, bro? No reactions or anything?
You better talk about it. I've been saying it. You better talk about it.
Kids go to sleep with their phone, bro. They go to the bathroom with their phone, bro. They eat with their phone, bro. If I'm lying in my comment section, tell me I'm lying. And then the Metcalf family. the same day, the day after all that, bro, they went to every media outlet, bro, to control the narrative, man. They tried to cover up the truth from the jump, bro. And look, this how I know I'm not tripping. You got Caucasian people in Texas calling out their own people. You got Caucasian people in Texas calling out the racism in Texas, man. Because Collin County is a sundown county, man. And they think that they can run the same play over and over and over again. But guess what? It's 4th down and 5, and we calling the blitz. If you know, you know. See, eventually, that footage is gonna come out. That video will come out, bro, and it's gonna be all over social media. That's why they rushed that case, man, because they know the real video hasn't been shown to everybody yet, but it's coming. I promise you. So look, during all this chaos, y'all, don't get mad because I keep telling y'all that ancestors don't sleep. I'm out, bro.
All right.
But before I go, here's another witness. Run the tape.
Hello, Anthony. My name is T. And when I went to see the video, they asked if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play, Carmelo Anthony was already sitting up underneath that canopy. And he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. You see, well, I saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent, and then you see coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers, one, he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly to Carmelo Anthony. And like T said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from the interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Carmelo in the midst of them assaulting him. You can see Carmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward. The next thing you see is Carmelo, he comes shooting out the back, but he's still not standing. And he had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie. He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. But once Carmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the video. At no point in that video do you see Hunter holding his brother. At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie. And I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video. Because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Carmelo was only 5'8", 130-something pounds, and Austin and Hunter Metcalf were 6'1", 220-something pounds. So for people to say that he should have used his hands, people can die from fights, from people using their hands. And that's all I'm going to say for right now.
All right, this is the next video.
And you already know on this.
All right, so this is another one. This is entitled. This is titled Charleston White just exposed the Metcalf family, which we can't place nothing on, but we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch this clown.
And you already know on this channel we hold this racist system accountable, because if we don't, who will? And if you don't like it, get to stepping, because it ain't gonna stop. Now run the tape.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We already knew that.
God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray hair white women on that jewelry that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence, Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit, nigga. They ain't gonna do shit. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family, nigga, since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. White people mad because they poor. Say, no, listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that motherfucking trial. I told y'all, and I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told y'all last year the boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife. It was a compass tool.
Charleston White claimed that questions about alleged drugs in Austin Metcalf's system were ignored and argued that Carmelo Anthony was judged before all the facts came out. He also questioned whether personal connections and public pressure influenced how the case was viewed. Make that make sense? Well, Mr. Charleston White, you said you got on board on day 5, not day 1. So like I told you in my last video, I got it from here, partner. But I got to be honest, Mr. Charleston was right. The father, Jeff Metcalf, he is cool with the DA. He is friends with the...
America was built on racism. The bloodline of America is racist. Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, New Orleans, West Virginia. Was 28 states that had that Confederate flag standing. Welcome to the chat time. Thank you.
Judge, and this might be the wrong picture, but y'all know how these people roll. If you know, you know. I keep telling y'all over and over and over again, all these people on the same team, even Carmelo's attorney. But we'll talk about that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, Carmelo Anthony never stood a chance in these sundown towns because it was all scripted from the jump. Man, run the tape.
Today, justice was served. A year ago, when this senseless murder unfolded, I said that it had struck a deep nerve in Collin County and far beyond. I asked our community to ignore all the noise and instead be level-headed and patient as the process worked.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You stay blessed too, King.
And today,
this is what I was talking about, y'all. The press conference. Y'all look at the eyes. Look around there. Look at the eye. Look at the mama. I mean, there's grief and there's anger, and you know what? And I keep telling y'all, grief and anger, they coincide. When you have a child that's taken away from you too soon by a violent act, I'm telling you, you are going to be angry. Very, very angry. But anger should not equate to racism. Okay? Anger should not equate to you taking your hate and your rage out on an entire group of people. I get it. He's angry. I even get him being angry at Carmelo. Why he angry at the parents? I guess because they had him. I get him being angry towards the person that, although it wasn't intentional, he unalived his son. I get it. But you can't take your anger out on those that don't deserve it. And you can't be around here being a whole racist in this piece. It's I don't understand how people don't get it. It's okay for this man to be angry. But to say some of the things that he said in that live, y'all, and I promise y'all, we are going to get to it. We're going to listen to the whole entire thing. Okay, Jay said, then speak on black people, on green lighting Asians and white people. You're a hypocrite. Do you know me, Jay? Have we met? or do you just know that I'm black? Have we met? You don't look familiar to me. You don't look familiar, so you know me enough to call me a hypocrite. I agree that the Asian stores should be boycotted. I absolutely agree. What that? What that? Huh? But you don't know me to know that I'm a hypocrite. Have you been watching my channel in the bushes? I'm gonna let you live. I'm gonna let it. Well, if my mods, if my mods don't want you to live, you ain't gonna live. See me, I'm gonna let you live. But if one of my mods got you out of here, you gonna stay out of here. Cause I do not override the mods when they decide to boot a motherfucker out. And if they say you gotta go, buddy. You people are not gonna come here and ruin my Sunday afternoon, my Sunday evening. I've had a beautiful weekend. You people are angry. Y'all wanna argue. I ain't finna argue with you people. Kyle Rittenhouse had no license. He drove to. Come on, time. Come on with it, time. He drove to Wisconsin to a rally with an assault rifle. I just want to know what the difference is. And he shot 2 people and injured 1, and the jury of his peers let him go. Come on, time. When my cousin got caught up, he got sentenced to 69 years. In his appeal, it was found that the DA and the judge were married. Miss B, that is outlandish. There's no way that these people didn't know the DA and the judge was married. Come on, Miss B. Are you serious? We had a young black man, Trey Reed. Let's not forget about the young black brother in Delta. Excuse me, y'all. In Delta, Cleveland, Mississippi, found in a tree. Time. We ain't gonna talk about the numerous young black males we done found hanging in the last couple of years. I like you, Time. I do. What's your name? Is it Clarissa? Clarissa Lane. Welcome, Clarissa. Your cousin got acquitted. I know he did. Yes, so sad, Time. They do this all the time. Yup, absolutely.
The process delivered accountability. We are grateful to this jury, and we are grateful that the good citizens of Collin County had an opportunity to weigh in on this case. I'm proud of the exceptional work of Bill Werski and our team of prosecutors, DA investigators, and victim advocates, and all the good and outstanding men and women of the Collin County District Attorney's Office. We thank all the parents and their brave kids who did the right thing. Despite the trauma of witnessing the senseless murder at a school track meet, they cooperated fully and testified truthfully. Their courage was essential to securing justice in this case. I'm especially honored to be joined here today by Jeff and Megan Metcalf and their son, Hunter. Their strength and grace through this has been their strength and grace throughout this unimaginable journey has been inspiring. They won't be taking questions at this time, but their presence here speaks volumes about their commitment to seeking justice for Austin. I want to thank Judge Rhodes for presiding over this trial with fairness and efficiency. I want to thank Frisco PD for their investigation. I want to thank the Collin County Sheriff's Office led by Sheriff Skinner for providing the security for the courthouse. I want to thank all law enforcement throughout the county for making this a safe trial for everyone. This verdict sends a clear message. Violence like this won't be tolerated in our Collin County community, and we remain committed to protecting our schools and standing with victims and their families.
Following the sentence, Austin Metcalf's family and their representatives said they were satisfied with the 35-year prison sentence given to Carmelo
Damn it. Yes, I was talking to Tasha. Yes, I was talking to Time. Damn it, thank you, Natasha. I was on mute. I'm going to respond to Time. Hey, what's your name? Scanner? You said R.P. Austin, absolutely. And God bless the Metcalf family. I agree. Stay strong, honey. I'm so sorry. I agree with that statement. I have absolutely no issue with that statement. Yes, Natasha, girl, it said how do you blame get railroad? Yes, Clarissa, girl, you got to know me to love me, girl. I be talking on mute all the time. You gotta tap on my door and say, "Truth, are you talking?" Let me talk to Mr. Time, because that's who I was talking to. So Mr. Time said, I don't want to bash North Carolina and South Carolina, but wait a minute. I don't want to bash North Carolina and South, but the West Carolina is the worst ever offenses in United States history by planting evidence, DNA, evidence on black men that were innocent. I'm going to say this to you, Mr. Tan. You can say it out loud because I say it out loud for you. North Carolina and South Carolina are awful. They are awful. Listen, my great-granny and my great-granddaddy and my people before them lived in North Carolina. My granny was born in North Carolina. My mom was born to my granny in North Carolina. And the only reason why I was born in New York is because my granny took her kids, which was my mom, my aunt, and my two uncles, and she moved to New York. And she moved to New York she moved to New York vowing to never return to the South ever again. Because North Carolina was awful. It was terrible. It was terrible. Right, Miss B? Take up for your girl. I'm getting back into it, girl. I'm getting back into it. But yeah, the Carolinas are awful. History. They're awful. So yeah, you can say it out loud. I agree with you. I did a book report on somebody I thought was going to be bigger than Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and that was Medgar Evers. Yes. And he was from Mississippi. They killed that man in front of his home. I hate that. See, I love somebody who see you. Yes. But don't nobody want to talk about that. They want to take all that out of schools, even though they weren't really teaching it in the schools. They want to make sure our kids don't learn about this. This is why we got to teach our own kids. We got to teach our grandkids. Because they're trying to erase history, y'all. We talk about it all the time on YouTube. You know, YouTube, we want to erase history or switch the narrative or switch it up, change it up, switch it up. That's why you got to teach your own kids. You got to teach your grandkids. You got to take them to the library. Fuck that. Don't even tell them Google it. No, take them to the library. Okay? Sit them down, make them read. There's a reason why my grandkids, my Lil was in the 2nd grade reading on the 6th grade level. There's a reason why my grandkids read as well as they do, because you have to make these kids read. You got to read to them. You got to read with them, honey. Because if not, all this 2026 type action going on, baby, they're trying to erase baby, listen. They're trying to erase the history. And guess what they're going to try to do next? Erase us. Because we are the history. How the hell you going to erase our history? You trying to erase us. I'm just saying. Truth is the truth. Why are you ashamed of the truth? Why? Because of your behavior in that history and what you did. But that's okay. We ain't going to get into that right now. But this case right here raises a lot of questions. A lot of questions. Miss B said I had a white lady tell me to get out of her neighborhood. I told her, I'm going to move you out my property. Miss B. Girl, it be them for me and thinking they my neighborhood, my street. Like, girl, if I can afford this house next to you and I want to buy it, I'm gonna buy it. Are you okay? You don't own this house. Truth, we are really free. Do we really have freedom in this country each and every day? I have to talk to my nephews and tell them there is nothing happening after 12 o'clock midnight. You better tell them, and you better make them. I'm telling you, Mr. Time, you better tell the truth, shine the devil. For real.
Carmelo Anthony. While they stated that no punishment could bring Austin back, they expressed the belief that the verdict and sentence delivered justice for their family. Make that make sense. And in the words of the Rude Boys, it's written all over your face.
It's him for me with the songs for everything. Shout out to you. Yeah, she did confess, and she got to live her best life with the lie. I hope you have a great time in hell. She did. That lady came out and confessed when she was dying that she lied on Emmett Till, but we all knew she lied on Emmett Till. Everybody knew she lied on, even the people that killed him knew she was lying. And she did. She came out here and confessed on her deathbed. That's what they do, though. They commit all these egregious acts, and then when it's their time and they know it's their time, they want to ask for forgiveness, which we all can ask for forgiveness. But man, oh man, oh man, how do you live with yourself? How do you live with yourself knowing you told a lie? Knowing you told a lie and had this man. But you know what? It couldn't have bothered her too tough. It only bothered her when she knew she was dying. It couldn't have bothered her throughout her life because she could have been told the truth. It puts me in the mind of one of my favorite, and I mean favorite movies. I will watch that movie to this day. Rosewood. Has anybody seen Rosewood? It puts me in the mind of Rosewood when that lady was cheating on her husband, screwing that man, and lied on that black man, talking about black man hair. Ooh. All them people died. All them people died behind one lie, y'all. One lie. All of those people died. That shit was real. All them people died behind this one white woman lying because she was a whore. Okay. Jake Lane, do you see this billboard running around that President Trump had free from destroying the Capitol? That was one of the presidents. Because he got harmed by Trump, who was a child. That's a whole nother. That's on a whole nother.
You don't have to say a word. Look at his face. That's not the face of satisfaction. Him or his mother. And if I'm lying in my comment section, tell me I'm lying. They said Carmelo was guilty.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. My God. All right, what y'all saying? Let's see. True, was that the white lady that got caught by her? Yeah. Yeah, Miss B. Y'all ain't never seen Rosewood. If y'all ain't never seen Rosewood, y'all need to go watch that movie. Now I know y'all done seen it. That's why I believe my pops always told me I don't want you watching Dukes of Hazzard. Now I'm guilty. I watched Dukes of Hazzard back in the day saying I did. You was not a good old boy. You are a young man. Come on. I don't know about these friends in his boss hog and days. That was a good lesson to learn. True hurts my pop was pro-black, and he taught us to love ourselves with prayer and always keeping God first. You had a good daddy. Yeah, you had a good pops. Or have. I don't know if he, yeah. Melissa, you seen Rosewood. I can't believe more of y'all in this chat have not seen. Okay, that's a nice homework. I'm gonna need Melissa, do me a favor and look up and see where you can watch Rosewood at. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so Melissa, okay, true. You saw me B. I know y'all done seen Rose. Y'all, and listen, I'm gonna give a quiz. I know y'all done seen Rosewood. Let me know, Melissa, where they can go watch Rosewood at. Y'all gonna need to watch that.
No, this is the face of real guilt. See, Carmelo gets to go home one day. Carmelo can talk to his family, but these two, they knew that Austin Metcalf was a bully. So that guilt and that mental prison, they have to live with forever, bro. That's a different level. See, you wonder why they always come back years later, decades later, and say, oh, I lied. These people cannot live.
Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Tyne said, shout out to this beautiful chat. This is the reason why men and women, especially as Black people, we got to love each other so our kids can do better. It starts with us. Amen. Amen. Yes.
With themselves, man. And like how...
Because truth be told, now that we're talking about it, the hate or the contempt that those boys felt for Carmelo, they learned that from their parents. That's all I'm going to say. The contempt or the entitlement or whatever it is them boys felt when they approached that young man and thought they had the authority to kick him from up under that tent, they learned from their parents. And we learning that daddy. We learning. Rosewood was one of my favorite movies. Mine too. Probably in my top 7. So I'm going to not answer any question because I know everything. I watched it every day for a long time. Hulu and Tubi. So there's no excuse. Y'all know I am a Tubi ambassador. Go over there to Tubi. Oh, Fandango, see? Y'all go watch Rosewood. Go watch Rosewood. We're going to talk about it there.
Always say, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Some observers question attorneys Mike Howard and Toby Shook after they chose not to have Carmelo Anthony testify and called only a few witnesses. The defense relied mainly on cross-examination and self-defense. But the jury rejected those arguments and convicted Carmelo Anthony. Make that make sense. Then I said, wait. I smell bullshit. Those attorneys were never there, bro, to represent Carmelo Anthony for real, man. They only did just enough to get paid. And if you feel like I'm tripping, in my comment section, tell me I'm tripping. See, I'm starting to notice something, man, about this racist system. All these attorneys, either they raccoons or they work for the KKK, because they'll never represent a young Black man to the fullest, because all these cases are scripted. Carmelo Anthony trial, scripted. Cyrus Belton, his trial, scripted. I can go on and on, but this ain't nothing new. All these sundown towns, man, they never played fair when it came to our people. Matter of fact, let's travel back in time right quick. Check this out. Many Black Americans historically faced unfair treatment in the justice system during the Jim Crow era, including racial discrimination, false accusations, witness intimidation, harsher sentencing, and wrongful convictions. In 1920, Lige Daniels, a Black man accused of assault, was taken from the Collin County Jail by a mob of more than 1,000 white men and unalived without ever receiving a trial. Make that make sense. And it's crazy how these people have always ganged up on us. I mean, it took 1,000 men to unalive one Black man, bro. I keep telling y'all, these people been scary as hell. Even today, trying to act all big and bad, trying to act tough. They really soft, S-O-F capital T, soft, tough. The whole town knows that these twins are the real guilty ones. But I told y'all, that racist Caucasian people, they stick together no matter what, bro, right or wrong. Carmelo Anthony's life was ruined because in Texas, bro, they protect racism. And it only benefits their people. I told y'all, man, the game is never fair when it comes to us, but it's always cold. Some Black Americans have criticized what they call fake activists, saying many of the same people who claim to fight for the community were barely speaking about Carmelo Anthony online and remained largely silent throughout much of the trial. Make that make sense. See, I noticed something about these so-called black leaders, the ones that claim they love their people so much. They was mighty quiet for a whole goddamn year about this case, bro. People like Al Sharpton.
Oh, you better call him out. You better call him out. Hey, Patty Betty. Everybody don't feel so bad. I do too, girl. We're gonna pray for him though. He finally got people stepping up to help. So we just gonna continue to pray about it, Patty Betty. See, this is what I like right here. Call him out. Call him out. Call him out. Come on. They can show up for the New York Knicks winning the championship and spend all that money on basketball tickets and things of that sort. Yeah, y'all can show up and show out. You ain't got to say a word to support this young man monetarily if you too scared to come out here and voice it verbally. I'm sick of them. I am sick of them. I called out. What the name is? What Milk Dud head name is, y'all? What the name? Ben Crump. Ben Chump. Where you at? Ben Chump. Scared of Texas? You scared of Texas much? You scared of Collin County? Because according to these people, y'all black lawyers were scared of Collin County for some reason. I'm just saying. I can't respect it at all.
The ones that claim they love their people so much. They was mighty quiet for a whole goddamn year about.
So Time said, I'm so disgusted with Kim. Child, Kim Kardashian shows up where it's convenient or whether it would benefit her. Her showing up is not beneficial to her in this case, Miss B. One of the things that I think happened is that the family used a former public attorney that became an attorney, and that is a bad move because those attorneys know the district attorney and the judge. Yeah, according to them, he was or is a public defender, but they did pay him. They paid him. Family's a lawyer that is young thug head. Well, according to Nika Knight, who stated this and said the daddy said that this lawyer that Carmelo had, y'all says never, ever. You motherfuckers don't matter that much to me. So according to Nika Knight, who said the daddy said the lawyer that represented Carmelo is also representing Yella Beezy. Now, what that mean, I don't know, but he's also Yella Beezy might want to. No comment.
This case, bro. People like Al Sharpton. People like Farrakhan. People like Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Come on.
People like TD Jakes. People like
TD Jakes got his own shit. He can't speak for nobody. Time said Ben Crump is no different than any of these celebrities. I agree. These high-paying bishops like TD Jakes and Marvin Sapp nowhere to be found if the money ain't around. You better see. I like. Come on, Mr. Time. Come on. You better speak the truth.
Ricky Smiley. I can go on and on.
Nah, he ain't said nothing. I am so disappointed in him. Cause me and Ricky Smiley share a common, I'm tired. I'm tired of these old tokens. I'm sick of them. They get to a certain level and they just can't. We're gonna talk about the ones that done stepped up pretty bit because there are some ones that have stepped up since the verdict. And we're gonna get into all of it. Yep. But still the ones you would think would be out here talking and defeating none of them.
They only want to speak up when it benefits them, bro.
These
people not really in the field with us. I mean, if I'm tripping, in my comment section, tell me I'm tripping.
Come on.
And then we got Dominique Alexander.
Left with him.
This dude wanted clout so bad. So I'm gonna ask you this: was it worth it? Your job, turkey? See, in 2026, we done with these raccoons, bro.
Ooh.
In 2026, we done with this racist system. It is what it is. And y'all already know before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart. Before I end this video, I have to always speak from my heart, bro. Frisco, Texas is 10% black people. That's a sundown town. In 2026, we are no longer moving to sundown towns. In 2026, we are no longer trusting raccoons that look like this. In 2026, if they silent about our issues, then we don't give a damn about their issues. What up? Yeah, all right. Man, free Carmelo until it's backwards, and rest in peace to Cyrus Belton. I'm out, bro.
I'm talking about it. Talking about it. All right, y'all. I think that's a great note to end it on. True Hercs, you just said that I believe we have the answers in us already, but the problem is everybody want to be in the a chef in the kitchen. Nobody wants to stand on the battle line. Man, you know what? Now we're gonna end it on that because you absolutely right. But see, it's all about. Listen, these days, I'm gonna say some people. I ain't gonna say all. I ain't gonna say most. For days of what this comes from, like argue. A lot of these celebrities, a lot of these people that have the power, know they got the power and use it when it's convenient. They use it when it's convenient for them. They step up and they speak up when it's convenient for them. Only if it's gonna benefit them. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it because we see it happening. They step up and speak on certain things, but won't touch others. That really matter. Who gives a fuck what Kim Kardashian has done? Kim Kardashian, that'll be a whole nother live. I gotta go. I got people over there waiting on me in Sibleyville. Because Kim Kardashian I can go on and on and on about that trash. And I don't give a damn how much money she got. She's still trash. She made her money laying on her back or tune her ass up in the air. I said what I said. See, things that go viral, things that make you money, just atrocious. A motherfucker making a whole sex tape out here, and all of a sudden, bam, she ain't shit. She ain't no better than the hooker hoe over there in Georgia who was spreading it wide in pride. She ain't no better than her. She just made money off of it. That dumb bitch ain't had sense enough to make money. That's the only difference. Now I'm gonna get off of that because I said what I said. All right, I'm finna go. I'll meet y'all over there at Sibleyville. I'll be over there in the minuet. Y'all go over there and tell the people I'm coming because there's some people over there waiting. Tell them we was over here working. Okay. I love y'all. I will be back early in the AM hours to continue this discussion. Okay. Make sure if you're not subscribed and you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Double tap that screen like this live, and I will see y'all in the morning. Okay. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of your Sunday. And I will see y'all back here in the morning. I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Thank y'all so much for supporting this live stream. Y'all know how much it means to me. All right, with that being said, y'all be safe, be blessed, never stress. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. All right, True Seekers, stand up, and we out.